Welcome, Wildcat fans. I'm Cindy McCarthy, and tonight I'm being joined by Tanner Carlson, and we are broadcasting live from Central City, where the Wildcats are hosting the Midland Eagles in the last regular home season game, also senior night. But before we talk more about tonight's game, we want to recognize our sponsor for Wildcat Sports, which is Next Bank.
Next Bank. Each person and family has unique financial needs. That's why we offer a variety of personal banking and lending products. We offer everything you need for your personal financial success, from checking and saving accounts to loans and online services. Next Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right. So we are down to 2 games left, and this is the last home game. Wildcats are coming off a big win last week, and away, hoping to get back on the winning track at home here. We lost to Turkey Valley at home, and so we want to get back on the right. Easton Valley. I'm sorry, yeah. So go ahead and let's talk a little bit about the statistical leaders for both teams.
Yeah, so we'll start with our passing leader for the Wildcats, which is Nick Reed. He's got 76 pass attempts. He's got 43 completions, which is 56% completion rate. He's got almost 600 yards with about 14 yards per completion. He has 10 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. He's got a QB rating of 160. So that's
not bad.
Yeah, that's a pretty good rating for 76 pass attempts.
Yeah.
Our rushing leader is Isaiah Dam. He's got 91 attempts, 927 yards per carry. So he's probably hoping to break the 1,000-yard barrier tonight. He has 10.2 yards per carry. He's got 10 touchdowns. His longest run is 68 yards. Our leading reception leader is Ethan Ty with 271 yards. He's got 11 receptions, so that's a 24.6 yards per catch. Marshall Vandevecht has 19 receptions, but his are a little bit shorter. He's got 214.
He's more the pozzession receiver.
Yeah. Ethan's the big threat downfield. So we are getting ready here. I'll finish the preview after the national anthem as they're getting ready to do that here. So
Wildcat Marching Band is now marching onto the field, and so we will take a break as they play the national anthem. Nice job by the Wildcat Marching Band there on the national anthem.
Absolutely.
We can talk more about them at halftime, but they came off a big competition last week, and so we'll want to give them a shout out here. We can talk a little more about that like I said, at halftime. But if you wanted to go ahead and kind of just talk about the stats here quick.
So continuing forth here with the Wildcats, we kind of did the receptions leaders and all that. But let's look at the defense here. So defensive statistics here for the Wildcats. Solo tackles leader is Cole Silver. He's got 35 tackle assists as well as 42 solo tackles. So he's got almost 60 total tackles.
Wow.
Keegan Kula is second with 53 total tackles. And he also has 7 solo tackles for loss and 6 assist tackles for loss.
Wow.
So he's had a good year defensively on the defensive line there. So
getting in the backfield quite a bit.
Yeah, as a defensive lineman, sometimes it's hard to actually, a lot of times you blow things up, but it's not always easy to make the tackle. So he's doing a real good job being second on the team there in that. So followed by Isaiah Dam with 41.5 tackles. So he's our third leading.
Well, just real quick for the Eagles, they're led by Britt Martin. And he's their quarterback, and he's 52 for 107. So his percentage isn't really that high as far as pass completions. They do have 12. He has thrown for 12 touchdowns, and he has 4 picks, 679 yards. As far as rushing, though, he's also their leading rusher. He's got 134 attempts, and I think 52 of those
52 last week.
Yeah, I was talking to my nephew who plays for Springville. He said 51, but 52 of those came against Springville last week. He's got 600 yards. He's got averaging about 5 yards a carry, so it's sort of like a cloud of dust, and kind of like that old Big Ten thing that they used to talk about. And then Alex Smith has 70 carries for just about 490 yards. So he's at like about a 7-yard clip. And so they like to run a lot, and some passing thrown in there a little bit. So as far as receiving, it looks like Jensen Dodge is their leading receiver. He's got 527 yards, averaging 16 yards a catch. He's got 9 TDs, so they do look for him. He's caught the ball 32 times. And then just defensively, it looks like Sawyer Hansen's leading the Eagles with 42 tackles, and Hunter Schoaf with 30 tackles. So those are the leaders on that. And since the Wildcats come in tonight's contest, I think we mentioned 4-3. The Eagles are 5-2. I guess I don't know. Common opponents. Their 2 losses are against Turkey Valley and Easton Valley, and those are 2 of ours.
Well, yeah.
And they haven't played Key yet, and Key was our other loss. So.
Our other loss was Tripola.
Oh, I'm sorry,
we
Tripola.
Beat Key,
yes,
yep.
yeah. So, and they do not play Tripola. So
no.
that was a non-district game.
Yeah,
so
I was kind
anyway.
of looking at the matchups right now.
Yeah.
If it's a big game for Midland, because if they win out, they are basically in. Their RPI is really high.
Wow.
But if we beat them tonight, then they are not in.
Nice. So this is a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming we are still kind of, like you said, the other, we just want to take one game at a time. But if you just want to peek ahead as a fan, there still is that little bit of an outside shot that potentially we win both of our games. We've taken care of our business, and maybe we slip in.
Yeah,
to a playoff.
Some other teams would definitely have to fall.
Yeah.
But it's
take
not
care of
completely out of the realm if we win the next 2. So because our RPI will get stronger playing Midland and Springville the next 2 weeks too. So it's already pretty high.
Yeah. So anyway. Yeah, I'm looking forward to a good contest. I think Midland obviously carries the ball, or likes to run the ball a lot. And I feel like that's our strength, stopping the run. I mean, we talked about Keegan getting in the backfield, and Draven Silver gets in there quite a bit. And you mentioned Isaiah Dam and Cole Silver do a great job of filling those gaps when maybe it looks like there's going to be a play. Then they come in and they kind of clean things up. So
you got to stop the run tonight. I mean, that's at the end of the day.
That's what's
he's probably going to run 40+ times again.
Yeah.
I mean,
and we got Dustin Ferris was playing phenomenal last Friday night. I didn't get up there to the game, but listened to it, and I mean, every other time it was Dustin in the backfield or Dustin with the tackle, or So I think he's starting to come into his own as a sophomore, right, this year. Figuring things out and starting to be aggressive.
Dustin is a junior.
He's a junior. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
couldn't remember.
I took a little blank there because I thought he was junior, but I didn't want to say it wrong.
Remember, yeah.
Yeah, no, but Dustin is. He absolutely is, and he's a kid that you credit his hard work. He worked really hard in the off season, and he's a kid that does anything you ask of him, and he lifted constantly and put in the work. So kudos to him. So
for sure. So
yeah, this is, you look at the they have some big boys out there in the middle. 66 I know is their big guy up front on both sides of the ball. And you look at him, and he's a grown man out there. He looks like so.
He's a pretty big
guy. Good sized guy. So
so we got about 1:50 left. They are doing the coin toss, and did it look like Midland was going to receive? Is it?
Central City is.
Oh, Central City.
Receive,
Central City's going to receive. Perfect. there's decent crowd here tonight. This is senior night, so we've got a pretty good crowd here on the Central City side, and it looks like we've got some people who've traveled from Wyoming to come cheer on the Eagles.
Yeah, initially I was looking, I was like, I don't see a lot of people standing over there, but the bleachers are full.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Yeah,
quite a few in the bleachers there. So Wildcats are in their black home jerseys with the white numbers and a white stripe down the side with the black pants, black helmet with the red scratch mark on it, and the Eagles are in black helmets with a gold eagle, and then white jerseys with gold numbers and black sleeves, and then black pants. So I don't know, you might know this or maybe you don't, but Midland's where I graduated from.
Oh, I did know that.
Yeah,
I think I was over there and I saw the wall of Carth at
yeah,
one point,
yeah, right. But it's been a long time. So we're getting ready here. The clock is ticking down, and we are going to get ready for the kickoff here. Again, the Wildcats are going to be kicking off the Eagles are going to be kicking off to the Wildcats. Back deep for the Wildcats is going to be Marshall Vandevet. Jack Kramer and Cole Silver are just in front. And it looks like we are ready. The clock is set, and we're waiting for the officials to give here it goes. And here goes the kick, and it's straight up, and it's going to be taken by the short man. I think that's Jack Kramer. I'll double check on that. Yep, Jack Kramer took the short kick and got it up to good field position for the Wildcats. They're going to be up at about the 27-yard line. And that's where they're going to take over 1st and 10. I've got a switcheroo here. Got Dr. Cronin with me.
Yeah, we can turn
Can we shut that light off?
Sure.
But anyway, so go ahead. You got the call.
Okay, well, we're doing a sweep here to Isaiah Dam, left side. Oh, he gets tripped up. He's going to get about, that's a nice little spot for the Wildcats. He got about
that's a good run.
6 or 7. Kind of an inside handoff on what I think the kids are calling the jet sweep these days.
Yep. Well, Hunter Schoaf is the senior. He's 6'3", 305 pounds, and he's playing nose tackle. And so my guess is we're going to see a lot of those jet sweeps to the right and to the left to try to run around him.
All right, this is a direct snap to Isaiah Dam off the right side.
There he goes.
He's got the corner, and he's got room. He's down about the 10-yard line, and he's tackled out at about, I think they're going to spot him the 5.
Yeah.
I thought he might have
the Eagle defender had the angle on him, but I thought Isaiah might be able to outrun him, but he wasn't able to get around. I think that was Carson Hunter for the Eagles who saved the touchdown. And there's that little good blocking up front by the Wildcats, and good blocking up front by the Wildcats, and it's going to be 1st and goal.
There's a spinner back. That's Ethan Ty, I believe. Ball's in the air, right to a Midland defender. Recovered at the 10-yard line. There's also a flag on the play. Came in late. I think there was a flag on the play.
I'm not sure if that was because of
that was, you know what that was? That was the fumble.
Yeah.
Fumbled ball.
No, they are calling it against the Wildcats, but it's declined. So Ethan Ty was running in an Eagle. I'm not sure which one, just put his helmet right on the ball. The ball popped up in the air and was recovered by an Eagle. I think it might have been Carson Hunter. I'm not sure. And now there is an Eagle down on the field. So there's going to be a timeout. Wow, what an unfortunate play.
Yeah, and the helmet was right on the ball because the ball went straight up in the air.
Yeah.
And it looked like he was making progress. He would have been down inside the 5 for sure.
Yeah.
The ball fumbled directly in the air, right into the arms of the Midland defender, and he started taking off downfield but didn't get too far.
Nope.
He got tackled at the 10, so it's going to be 1st down for the Eagles on their own 10-yard line. Unfortunately, Wildcats had a really nice start to that drive, and turnovers kill you.
Exactly.
So scouting report on Midland's offense.
Yeah, we talked. They run.
They run. Lots of
52. Well, it's funny is I just read this stat is Brett Martin's had 134 coming into tonight. He's got 134 carries and 52 of them we found out came against Springville last week. So, but I think we have a little different team than Springville. So we'll see if they stick to that run like that, and right off the bat, there he is. But there's
who is getting in there?
Get a safety.
That's a safety almost.
Are they going to call it a safety? Oh, they're going to say. Was that Keaton? No, that's
50.
Brady. Brady Kuba was in there. He had him, and he got him by his ankles, and he didn't let it go.
He hung on to his leg like he was going a dog after a bone, man.
No kidding.
He
Awesome
was
play.
like clamped down.
And then we had a couple other Wildcats who got in there to help secure it. Man, I thought that was a safety. They're going to spot the ball at like the 1.
Yeah, his forward progress was stopped, and then when he was trying to get out, I was hoping they would give us credit for that. Yeah, that was Brady full-on honey badger on that play.
He got in there.
He is ready to go, and the Wildcats are excited now.
Yeah.
So here's another direct snap. They're going to pass out of it to the 6-7 yard line. A wonderful open field tackle because, quite frankly,
that's Cole Silver.
Yeah, there wasn't much behind Cole if he didn't make that tackle.
Cole Silver's really had a nice season and had a great tackle there. So it's going to be about 3rd down and
15
here for the Eagles. So
the first play they lost 9 and they got about 5 back.
Mm-hmm.
They faked like they were going to run, and then they just pulled up and passed. So here's 3rd down at 15. They got a couple guys split out to the right. Looks like the quarterback's rolling out. He's got a receiver down the field. He's just going to air it out.
And he's just, it was closer than I thought it was going to be, but the pass was intended for. Looks like Cale Eganhouse, Austin Weiskamp, and the pass is incomplete. So we were just talking about how the Eagles like to run the ball, and that was a huge play because out of 3 possessions that was almost blocked.
There's a little bit of contact there, but
and no flag.
Is that Keegan?
Yeah, Keegan was right in there.
He was going for punt block number 6, I think.
Yeah.
And the blocker ran into the punter, so I guess we don't get called for that. Marshall did a fair catch wisely at about the 36-yard line of the Eagles, so we're in business on the other side of the field. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, we really kind of saved ourselves from that turnover.
So get Nick Reed in the shotgun. He's back to pass. He's got 4 guys going out for pass. He's airing it out.
Oh.
Ethan Ty, hold on to the stick and ball, Ethan.
Jeez, Ethan, they're going to call it a catch.
Then
he fumbled it.
I'll take what he did was, I was confused. I thought the other receiver who broke for the sideline, I thought it was to him, and it was more to Ethan doing a seam route.
Jeez.
He got hit by the 2 defenders. They pinballed off of him, and they both fell down. And you thought Ethan was going to run in for a touchdown. All of a sudden, the ball's on the ground. Ethan's picking up the ball, and then he's going to run into the ground.
He needs to put some gloves on or something, man. So the Wildcats are 1st and 10.
At their own, or at the Eagle 5-yard line. Here is Isaiah Dam fighting. That's some gritty yards down to about the 2.
So we're going to be 2nd and goal here. Hopefully we can make this big play there from Nick Reed, Ethan Ty on that pass completion, and let's make them pay this time.
And that was about a 30-yard pass, and like I said, it was a really nice catch.
Yeah,
and then
Ethan
after the 2 guys ran into each other,
I thought it was a touchdown. I was ready.
Carth was ready to celebrate. All right. So we got 2nd and goal from the 2, direct snap to Isaiah Dam. He's hit the backfield, but he fights through it. He's into the end zone.
Touchdown.
He is into the end zone.
That
we got some fired up cats over there.
We do. That was a nice run, some good blocking up front, and Isaiah shook off a would-be tackler, and he just put his head down and crossed the goal line. So Wildcats are going to take an early lead here. As a coach, you got to be excited about the way that we're moving the ball offensively.
Sure. True story. Yeah, we were looking good. The pass was nice. The running has been good. So here's Marshall Vandevet in to try the extra point. The spot, the kick, and I think it's pretty
there
good.
it is, Marshall.
So
I don't want to say Mr. Automatic, but he's pretty automatic.
Yeah.
So that gives the Wildcats here. We were able to overcome that turnover and had a great defensive play by Brady Kuba, and then hold the Eagles. And again, we made them pass 2 out of 3 times, you know, and did a good job there of holding them. And then we turned in short field position with a nice pass from Nick to Ethan Ty, and Isaiah Dam takes it in for a touchdown. So we got to like that.
And I'm excited, Karth. I know it's early, but 2 series for the Cats and 1 for the Eagles that we're winning that line of scrimmage, especially with the talented skill set guys we have. If we can win that line of scrimmage, I feel real good about our chances.
Yeah.
So, and obviously it's early, but super excited to see Brady blow that play
Yeah.
up. He got fired up.
Yeah. All right. So Marshall Vandevet with the kickoff, and that is going to go into the end zone, and the Wildcats are going to have a touchback, or the Eagles, I guess, are going to have a touchback. Nice kick.
So we're 7-0 Wildcats leading with 8 minutes and 40 seconds in the first quarter here. Wildcats have moved the ball in both possessions, but fumbled on the first one. They did hold the Eagles on a 3-and-out. And so now let's do another one of those 3-and-outs.
Yeah. So the Eagles are going to have the ball first and 10 on their own 15. Martin's going to come up under center. He's got I formation behind him in the backfield. He's going to turn and pitch it wide, and it's going to be a halfback pass, and was that deflected?
That was Cole Silver deflecting the pass. So he read the play, he rushed in.
And he was smart enough to get his hands up.
Yeah, he saw the running back pull up to throw the ball, so he jumped up in the air and deflected it. That was a very athletic play by Cole. Looked really good. Trying to think who the other lineman was in on the play. We had 2 guys pursuing the running back. I think it was the end, maybe. We'll say that was Keegan, even if it wasn't. He likes to hear his name.
Yeah. So Martin's going to be in the backfield. They've got a receiver split to the top and 2 receivers split to the bottom. And it's going to be a snap to Martin. He's just going to take it, and he's got room.
Got a corner.
And
he's got the first down.
Isaiah Dam knocks him out of bounds after he picks up a first down. So there's that. Martin just a snap in the shotgun formation, and he's able to pick up about 11 yards there, I think he got. And so there's the Eagles' first down.
Okay. And I was just going to say, I love watching him do more passing than running, and now they're running out of the passing formation.
Exactly. So Wildcats are going to have, there's a flag, and it's going to be a procedure against the Eagles, it looks like. So we'll take that. And
I switched. I'm back.
No. You got Tanner back. So there's a procedure call against the Eagles, so it's going to move the ball back 5 yards. So you missed a lot.
No, I was watching. Don't worry. I was watching. I was walking around like crazy, but I was watching. So
Wildcats here got a quick 7-0 lead, and it's going to be 1st and 15 here. The Wildcats are going to come up. They're going to stay in the same formation. They got a receiver split to the top, 2 to the bottom, and they got Martin's going to be in the shotgun with the running back there with him. And there's the snap to Martin, and he's just going to run it. And there's Isaiah Dam. Martin picks up maybe 4. 5 yards, I guess, gets them back to the original line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 2nd and 10.
You know, that's a big penalty, though. You consider the difference between the 2nd and 10 and the 2nd and 5.
Right.
That's a big difference. So
exactly.
Good tackle there in the open field by Isaiah.
So again, the Eagles come up, and they're going to have one split down, and it's going to be a snap to Martin, and he hands off, and the Wildcats sniff that out.
Gang tackle there.
Yeah, so maybe a yard pickup by Alex Smith. So Smith and Martins are the 2 main ball carriers for the Eagles. It's going to be 3rd down and 9.
You know, I'll say, I thought coming into the game that their line up front was going to be a little bit dominant, but we've been controlling the front so far.
Yeah, we sure have.
Both sides.
So they're in a passing formation, and Martins is going to roll out, and he throws it. And nice defense there by that Ethan Ty. The pass is complete, and but he's going to be short about 2.5, maybe 3 yards short. The pass was complete to Alex Smith, it was Jensen Dodge. the pass was complete, and
4th and 3, and Midland's going to go for it.
They're going to go for it. They got the ball on their own, but 34-yard line. So this is a huge
This could
possession.
be a huge stop for the Cats right here.
So
they're going to go power formation.
Power formation. They're in the shotgun. 2 backs
Quarterback
in the
up
back.
the middle is going to be.
And there's a snap, and he just got it. And he picked up about 3. Well, you needed about 3, and he got about 5.
Keegan,
so I thought we had it.
Keegan got right through and just.
He was able to slip out to the edge there. So big first down there for the for the Eagles, and it's going to be
1st and 10.
Yep, 1st and 10 on the Eagle, probably about 48 or 38-yard line. They're still in their own territory. So let's see if the Wildcats can come up with a stop here. There's a snap, and they're going to hand off this time, and he comes around the edge, and Alex Smith takes it up to the Wildcat 35-yard line. Looks like Isaiah Dams coming up off the bottom, and maybe Cole Silver. We got a injured
Eagle
player
here.
down on the field.
Keegan's trying to be the
Help
doctor
him up,
here.
Yeah.
Dr. Kula.
And I guess this gives us a chance to talk about, I don't know, it's something that we don't probably mention all the time, but we do have a certified athletic trainer who is able to be at all of the home events that we have, and we really appreciate, I know the Booster Club helps support that, and that's just such a huge relief, I know, to the coaching staff, because when it comes to injuries,
we're only trained in so much.
Yeah,
I mean, we're not doctors over here, and we don't have that much training in that.
Exactly, and it's just hard to try to do that, and it's just so nice just to have that.
It takes a lot of stress off of you of having to make that decision yourself.
Oh,
and we also,
sure.
for football, we have an ambulance here as well, which is nice. We appreciate Center Point Ambulance coming over and helping us out with that. So
yeah. So Beth Griggs is our athletic trainer, and she, again, is at all the home events, and she does travel with the football team and goes to all the football games.
Yep.
So a great deal for the Wildcats. So here we got the Eagles gonna snap it to Martin, and he's gonna go around the edge, and
Ethan Ty drug him down from the entire backside, so he blitzed on the opposite side,
and he came all the way around.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
But pretty big gain there by Martin.
There's a flag on the play.
And there's a flag on the play, so let's
pink
right
flag,
in the, right in the area of where it could be holding.
Probably holding on this, I would assume.
Yep. So he just saw Keegan.
Yep.
Said we'll take it. So it's going to be from the spot of the foul, so which is about the line of scrimmage actually.
Second 11 maybe coming up here.
Yeah, second 11. 12 maybe, second and 12. So they'll replay the down, but it's going to move it back. A big gain, so big break for the Wildcats. Yeah, about second and, long 11, short 12 there. We'll take it. It moves the ball back to the Eagle 37-yard line.
No, that's a big break for the Wildcats. It was great pursuit there by
Mm-hmm.
Ethan Ty to come from the backside to make that tackle. He didn't give up on the play because the blitz didn't work.
Sure.
He chased him down on the backside, because if he didn't, that would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, it would have been
potential
tough.
touchdown. Yeah.
So they're going to line up in that power formation with Martin in the backfield, two in the slot. He's going to roll out, and he's looking to throw. There's nice play by Ethan Ty. Got there right when the pass got there. Dustin Ferris, and I think it was that Keegan giving chase there to Martin as he rolled out. So they pick up a little bit back, and it's going to be a 3rd and 6, I'd say, for the Eagles here. So big play for the Wildcats. It's at the Wildcat 36-yard line here.
Yeah, this could be a big possession.
Martin's in the backfield with Smith, and then you've got 2 receivers split to the top of the field.
The Wildcats are giving a lot of cushion on those receivers too.
And he's looking to throw it, and it's overthrown. He had all the time that he needed. Yeah, I'd like to see on this, especially that 3rd down play, to come up a little bit. And but maybe the Wildcats don't want to give up that big play. Yeah. So Martin, I'm not sure what happened there. I don't know if there was a miscommunication on the route, because he threw it over his head. So looks like they're probably going to go for it.
Absolutely.
4th down and 4th and 6.
I'd be ready for a Martin's run here.
Yep. So we'll see here. They're going to line up again, and they've got a receiver here to the bottom and in a slot. So they got 2 receivers to the right. And Martin's in the backfield. It's going to be a snap. He's going to drop back to pass, and we're getting some pressure on him. And you know what?
That's a stop.
Hey, we will take that.
Right? That's a stop. Oh, it's close. The spot's close.
Oh man, that's going to be, the pass was complete to Wilson Buckwalter, and I don't know. I thought he was short, but
they're going to spot
they're
it.
going to have to.
Oh.
Yeah, they're going to have to measure. This is going to be close.
This is going to be close. I thought they got a generous spot on that one, but we're not on the field either.
Yeah, that was that who was the was that Ethan or
I think that was Ethan. Yeah, he was Ethan Ty with the tackle. He's had two really good plays defensively.
He hit the receiver as soon as he caught the ball.
Yeah, that's twice on this drive that he's just made a great read on the ball. But yeah, this is going to be. We have a great chain gang, by the way.
Yeah.
Gotta give these guys a shout out. They do every home game and they love it.
And it's gonna be
that's a stop by the Wildcats.
That's a stop by the Wildcats.
That is huge.
Woo! Awesome, man. That was a great tackle, and Martin's a big guy back there, and but the Wildcats put a little bit of pressure on him, and you said we were giving him a little bit of cushion, but just Ethan Ty came up and made a fantastic hit so that he wasn't able to turn up and get any kind of yardage after the catch. So.
And that's definitely a game plan thing. You can tell they're forcing him to try and make those passes, I think, and potentially
looking
at.
What's the difference if it's a 6-yard pass or if Martin's running for 6 yards?
Yeah. And Ethan and Marshall do a really good job of closing on it, so that it might be a good play call there.
Versus, giving up the big play. So go ahead.
Direct snap to Isaiah Dam, who's kind of getting strung out to the right side, and he's going to be tackled for a loss of about 4.
Yeah,
loss of 3
not
or 4
a good-looking play there.
Just a good defensive rush there by the Midland D-line, and
they strung it out.
Isaiah had nowhere to go. So, what though? With 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter, it's 7-0 Wildcats, and this is a good Midland football team that we're playing here. So we've looked like the better football team through 8 minutes here. So hopefully that continues throughout the night. So Nick Reed is back in the shotgun formation. He's got Twins right, and he's got Marshall Vandevek left. Midland shows blitz and then backs off, and Nick's going to throw it deep, and he's got an open receiver. If Ethan catches this, that is a huge play, about a 30-yarder. That is a great throw by Nick and a great read there by Ethan to get underneath it and hang on. So great play by both of them, and he had time. Nick had time. That's a big D-line coming at you.
Yep.
I tell you what, I let them into the locker room before the game, and those are big boys. I'll tell you what, we got a few. They are bigger. I mean, they have some good size, but our boys are containing the front line right now.
Ethan Tice touched the ball 3 times with 2 fumbles, so hey, he's 1 for 3 now. So hopefully he starts.
Oh, I didn't even know that. So
he's had 2 passes, and he was carrying the ball on that other fumble. So
he made up for it with those 2 defensive tackles and that catch there.
He
we'll
had
take
that
it.
other catch. Yeah, we'll take it. So
here we go. Nick Reed is back in the shotgun formation again. We got Twins left and Twins right, and Marshall's. That's a wide open. Play. I think Marshall thought he was running the out and up, and Nick threw it on the out, and Marshall wasn't looking at him. So could have probably been completed had he been looking. But Marshall looked like he won the home run ball. Nick looked like he won. Nick was getting rushed a little bit there too, though, so he had to make a little bit quicker decision than he probably liked to. But either way, ball's at the 20-yard line. It is 2nd and 10, and we are showing that we are more than capable of moving the ball against Midland.
For sure.
I was a little concerned with how we'd be able to run the ball against them. Isaiah's had a few.
Yeah, he's done a great job.
Yeah, so Nick is in shotgun again. Got a split right. Isaiah shifts over, and it's going to be false start, I believe, on Marshall out on the right side, but I'm not certain.
And Isaiah had a hole too.
Yeah, there was a
little bit.
It was a miss to cut up. Yeah,
yep.
But
we'll get it back here.
That's going to be 2nd and 15, and Wildcats bring Reed back on. I'm assuming they're going to go back to a shotgun formation.
Moves the ball back to the Eagle 25-yard line.
Yeah. So here the Cats go. Now we have everybody kind of in tight, but we do have a trips formation to the right. Nick Reed in the shotgun. They're going to snap it to Reed, who's going to throw it deep, and he's open. And that is a
he just underthrew Ethan a little bit. Isaiah a little bit. He was open, and he just got a little too much air underneath it, and it gave the receiver or the defender a chance to kind of make up for that, the open. Yeah, so he was there. The Wildcats, you know what, we're doing awesome. We're stopping ourselves. I'd be a little nervous if I was
Midland's coach right now as far as how to stop what
we're
doing.
We're able to pass, and we're able to run.
So we have had guys open on the last 2 passes. Unfortunately, have not been completed, but they've been there. So we're going same formation as last time with Reed split back, and the Eagles show blitz, and Reed's going to make a throw, and that's Ethan Ty, who's open, but
nice defensive play there.
Yeah,
You got to give.
Yep, that guy came up and knocked it down. It was a great pass, and Ethan was in the right position, but Jensen made a better play on the ball.
Dodge made a nice play on that. That was a nice play by Nick. He could have run it almost. I feel like he could have made at least get some yardage to make it more manageable on this 4th down. Which
Wildcats are going for a 45-yard field goal here. So
wow,
that's a deep one here. Marshall, I've seen Marshall do it in practice.
This is on more than a 45-yard field goal.
That's directly 45. It's on the 35-yard line.
Oh yeah.
So it's 45-yard line.
I was thinking, yeah.
So here's the snap, and the kick is up, and it's got a chance, Karth.
Nope, just
short. Close. They went for the field goal there from 35-yard line, or is where the ball was kicked from, and it fell just shy. So
and he was right on.
I've seen him do it.
Yeah.
I've seen him do it in practice, and that would have put the Cats up 10-0. We've shown the ability to stop them here, so you're trusting your defense on this.
Yep. Well, and here's the other thing is, after a field goal, you might as well kick the field goal because the Eagles get the ball on the 15-yard line versus if we would have went for it on 4th down and not made it, they would have had the ball at the 25-yard line.
I forgot that was the case, yeah.
So it's kind of a luxury that we have a guy that can kick a field goal.
Give you a chance from that. Our fans thought it was in.
So Martin's just turning here up the field, and he got a block, and he's going to – well, there comes Isaiah. Come on, Isaiah. Isaiah, I thought Isaiah might have a chance, and that's going to be a touchdown. That's unfortunate because we just talked about how that moved the ball back to the 15-yard line.
Didn't matter.
And it didn't matter that time. Martin sprinted out to the right, and he got a good block up the sideline there, and then he cut it back and ran across the field, and all the Wildcats had pursued over here to the one side, so he was able to take that for a long touchdown. So, that's unfortunate. We kind of hurt ourselves a little bit, but we're right in this game. I mean, I think that we've proven we can play with these guys, and let's try to take away those big plays. There's Martin, and he does a little bubble screen, and it's going to be good. I think that's to Dodge, and so there's a 2-point conversion for the Eagles. So with 2:41 left in the first quarter, it's going to be Midland 8, Wildcat 7. So we're right there. We probably need to talk about Next Bank.
Yeah, we need to give a shout out here. I have the line over here, Karth. So Next Bank is your bank for what's next. Your next car, your next home, next business, next phase of life, or next adventure. 5 locations to serve you. Central City, Cedar Rapids, Marion, Coralville, and Waterloo. Next Bank is proud to sponsor Central City Sports. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. So that was kind of a heartbreaking one-play drive there. But the Wildcats have been in control most of the game. They've got to get that kind of swagger back here on this next drive. As we're down 8-7 now with 2 minutes and 41 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Well, they came out with a lot of enthusiasm, and so hopefully we can keep it up. They should feel good about it themselves where we're at here. So
we've looked confident that we can beat these guys. And
yeah, I like the body language. You and I have been doing some volleyball games. We've just talked about the body language of the players and
you can tell sometimes which way a team which way a team's feeling, and our boys look all right now. I'd say it's not always exciting right after a team goes 65 yards on a run, but
so we got Marshall Vandevets deep with Cole Silver and Jack Kramer, and it's going to go short again to Jack Kramer, and he had a nice little return last time, and there he goes. He scoots up.
There is a flag on the play, I believe. Yeah, it looks like a flag out there on the play, right, Garth?
It does, but no, it's just paper. I think he just threw it off. Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, he just picked it up and threw it off. There's some paper or something. So Wildcats are going to be in great position here, field position.
That's what I was looking at. What he just picked up right now.
First and 10 and about our own 33.
So the Wildcats will line up with Isaiah Dam back at quarterback and kind of their spinner back formation, and they're going to fake the handoff to Marshall Vandevek. Isaiah Dam's going to keep it, and he's running hard, and he gets about 6 or 7 on the carry. Good hole there for Isaiah.
Great run on first down.
Yeah, that's the position you want to be in. Second and maybe a long 3 here, maybe 4 yards to go. We are right at midfield as well, so 1 play and you're at the 40. I'd take that.
Yeah.
9 times
no
out
kidding.
of 10, I'd take
yes,
that to
for
start
sure.
start a drive. So the Wildcats will line up in a similar formation. They do have Reed split out to the right. He's about 1.5 feet taller than the guy guarding him. Isaiah Dam with the
There
drag
it
snap
is.
again, and he's running hard.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, that's a 12-yard gain roughly, Karth.
Yeah.
So
First down, Wildcats.
yeah, first down Cats right at the 30. So another good play here. They're having a hard time stopping Isaiah, and the line's doing a great job of giving him a hole. So he's kind of just running straight forward, and no one's been there.
Exactly. So we're down to the 30-yard line here.
Yeah, shout out to the big boys up front so far. And there on the right hash, you have Reed split out left, Isaiah Dam again in the spinner back formation. Fakes the handoff to Marshall Vandeveck. He's going to keep it again, and he's going to go for a touchdown. And there is no flags on the play, and that is a touchdown Cats. So
Wildcat
we are
touchdown.
back in charge, Karth. So
that is nice. Isaiah, our line is doing fantastic considering, like we talked about, the size.
yeah,
And
Wildcats are going to go for 2 here, which makes sense. 13-8. They're going to try and get them back into a 7-point possession here, I guess.
tie it up. Well, get that lead.
So we have Ethan. Oh, they're going to throw it up to Reed here.
Halfback pass. Oh, and
it's thrown over to
complete.
Draven Silver on the sideline, and it's caught. I wasn't sure what was going.
Cleared out of there,
Yeah.
and then Draven came across, and
I thought for sure on that formation
Marshall
you
had
have
forever.
Ethan. Ethan was the quarterback there. I thought for sure they were going to throw it just up
Just,
to Reed because he's, like I
yep.
said, he's over a foot taller
Well,
than that
they've
kid.
done that several times for those 2-point conversions. They just tell Nick to go run into the end zone, and they just chuck it up there and tell him he's probably got about, 8 inches on the D-backs
Yeah.
for Midland, so just to jump up.
They
and
used him as a decoy
they
and
used him,
brought
and that-
Draven out to that
yes.
corner. That was a great call by Coach Myers.
And Marshall had all kinds of time to wait for, because that was kind of a slow developing play for a 2-point conversion, because Marshall had to go, or
That was wild.
Draven had to go up and then come over. So
That was a big time
That
play
was
because now it's
the
15 to 8 and we're up 7 instead of
So,
that 6.
yep.
So they have to get their 2-point conversion again here. I like that call.
Yeah.
Being a little risky there by Coach Myers, but I like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whether
And-
it goes in or not, you're trusting your team, and
exactly.
you can always live with that.
Yep.
So it's a good call there by Coach.
So Vandevet's going to kick off, and it is going to be fielded by the Eagles, and it's up to the 10, and it's Drew and nice coverage there by Ethan Ty to trip him up, and then it was Eli
Fleming and Jack Kramer.
Fleming and Jack Kramer wrapped things up. So that was Jensen Dodge who brought that out for the Eagles. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles at about the 17-yard, their own 17-yard line. So
You talked body language. Brady Koba, after that 2-point conversion, came over and did like a karate kick in midair. He was so excited. So
yeah,
the boys look ready to go here.
Yes, this is exciting. So we've got receivers triple split to the right. It's snapped to Martin and then flipped to Smith. That was a weird-looking play. Smith was lined up in the slot, and he kind of came backwards, and I don't even know if that was a shovel pass, I guess. He just chucked it to him. And Wildcats were really he got more than I thought he did.
3.5, 4.
Yeah, about 4 yards on first down. So
Just saw a little scruffle there between Dustin Ferris and number 66 on
Uh-oh.
their side. So
we'll see. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
yeah,
So Midland comes up to the line. This time they got 2 receivers split down here to the right. We got one in the backfield with Martin. Martin takes it. He's going to drop back. A little screen to Smith. And it's going to be a first down. And tell you what, the Wildcats, they did a really good job of clearing it out, and he came across to where nobody on our, weak side there. And Wildcats did a pretty good job of recovering, but unfortunately it's going to be a big gain. First down, Eagles are going to have the ball. It's still in their own territory, so 37-yard line of the Eagles, so it's going to be 1st and 10. That's all right. Wildcats here hopefully can get a big play and slow things down. Martin's going to come up. It's got triple receivers to the right. He's just going to go that way and run. and he makes it through.
Oh, there's another touchdown.
Yep, it's going to be a touchdown. We're getting strung out, and nobody's coming up to that gap.
Yeah, so that's a big play there, 45-yard run.
Yeah, here we had him a good kick coverage, and thought we had him in the hole, and Martin just makes a big play there.
That's kind of what we talked about before the game. We had to make sure that we could tackle Martin's in the front two lines, because it's going to be tough for some of our safeties and corners to make those tackles on him, because you're giving up
stuff.
50, 60
exactly.
pounds.
So they're going to go for two here. They've got Martin in the shotgun, and nice surge. Come on. Where's some help?
Oh, I think he's down. They gave it to him.
He dove in, and they gave it to him. Now, again, there was Marshall Vandevet, who's listed at probably about 125, trying to slow down Martin out there.
225.
Yeah, Martin.
Probably close to 90 to 100-pound difference.
Yeah, he's listed at 225. So, dang, nice effort there by the Wildcats. So we've got some action here going. It's 16-15 here with 13 seconds left in the first quarter. Eagles up by 1, so very entertaining game. The Wildcats were able to slow the Eagles down those first couple of drives, but now these last two, the Eagles have been able to get around the edge and get some big gains there.
You know, they're not chipping away at us, but they're getting these big ones that have cost us two plays.
And we can slow that down and make them have to chip away. You know, I like our chances a little better. But, you know, they haven't been able to stop us. We've been able to run and throw the ball. And so hopefully we can continue to do that. So the Wildcats have, again, Marshall Vandevet back deep with Jack Kramer and Cole Silver. And there's the kick, and it's short. And they're going to Jack
every time.
Every time, man. And
Jack is shifty, so that's a good thing for us. That's
there
a good run here. And here he goes. Hold on to that football,
Hold
buddy.
On.
Yep.
Nice run again by Jack Kramer. He took it up the right side and switched over came up the left. And Wildcats are in good field position here, I tell you. Just about their own 30-yard line, just short of the 30. So good field position.
Great return there by Jack. Had good blocking up front too, but he made a nice cut back to the left side of the field, and that brings up a 1st and 10 here from about the 30-yard line. Wildcats will put Isaiah Dam back. Marshall Vandevet and Draven Silver also in the backfield. Wildcats had some success with this formation last drive, and they're going to go right to Isaiah Dam. Oh, there was a face mask for sure.
No, I don't think they called it.
Yep, I saw his head kind of get yanked back on that one, so I was hoping. Oh, I've been corrected that it was a shoulder pad. It looked like a face mask to me, but I also have this little barrier kind of right in my way in the middle here. But so that regardless is going to be the end of the first quarter. Wildcats are down 1, 16-15. This is a good start for the Wildcats against a really good Midland team. So at this point, we'll give a shout out to Next Bank. Next Bank is a financially strong community bank. Invested partnership helps their customers achieve what's next for their financial dreams. Next Bank has 5 locations to serve you: Central City, Cedar Rapids, Marion, Coralville, and Waterloo. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. So as always, we appreciate Next Bank and the support that they've given us this year in year 1 of our YouTube channel, which has gone really, really well. I feel like we've had
we got off to a little rough start there. We had some technical difficulties, but once we figured out how this works, things have been going really well. As long as we have a good Wi-Fi connection, it makes a big difference. But it's been fun.
A lot of people have talked to me about liking to hear the game afterwards and how it's online for them. So
that is the one.
It's a huge advantage of this one.
Yeah, so as soon as the game's over, it's available to be listened to again and again and again.
Because a lot of the times the people that want to hear it are the ones that are also here. Yeah. So there's a direct snap to Isaiah Dam, who's kind of in a he got to the line of scrimmage and not much further. The gap kind of closed quickly there. Looks like the tackle was made by 66 for Midland. That's going to bring up 3rd and a long 8, maybe 7.
This is besides our other possession, I mean, this isn't the ideal field position that we want to be in, or his long 3rd down situation, but we'll see what the Wildcats do.
They have Isaiah Dam back in the shotgun formation again, and he fumbles, so he's going to pick the ball up and try to make something of it. That is not going to be enough. That's going to be a 4th and 4th and 7, I believe.
You know, unfortunately, that's happened a few different times with Isaiah, and I think sometimes it's not a perfect snap, but I think Isaiah's trying to look up the field to see where he's going, maybe before he totally has the ball, you know?
So that's 4th and 11, actually.
Yeah,
here,
so it's going to be 4th 11. So really, we only lost 3, and Isaiah was able to pick it up and try to do something with it, but just have to execute on those.
Midland is in kind of prevent formation. The Wildcats have Reed back. Reed's going to punt it. And
Just a little pooch.
It goes out of bounds. I'm not sure where they're going to spot it here. Maybe the 20, roughly?
That's a pure guess.
Yep, pure guess.
Because neither one of those
Nope.
officials.
Hey, where did I say, Garth?
20.
20-yard line. Look
Neither
where he's
one of
at.
those
Right at the
officials-
20-yard line.
Neither
It's
one
like I
of
can
those
see it from up
officials
here.
knew what the heck they were doing. That was a pure guess.
You see that, Bree? 20-yard line.
So Midland's going to take over. Not a bad punt. It would have been nice if we could have got it down inside that, closer to like the 10-yard line, but still not bad.
Yeah.
And we just need the Wildcats to, get in there and disrupt that blocking a little bit and trip Martin up.
About a
like we
40-yard
were.
punt on the play. So
Yeah. So we got Martin in the backfield by himself, triple receivers to the right. And there we go. That's what we're talking about. There goes Ethan Ty, blitzed in there and made it through. And Draven Silver comes in and helps wrap up Martin. So there's what we were kind of talking about, a loss on the play.
they've been blitzing Ethan a lot
Yeah,
tonight.
I
And
noticed
he's been
that,
getting through, too. I
Yeah.
mean, he's through the line almost every time he does it.
Well,
so.
and they do that set where they do the triple receivers, and then Martin just likes to get over there and run behind them. So we'll see what happens with the Eagles here. They have a shotgun with 2 in the backfield along with Martin. So a power package here, and Martin's going to fake the handoff, and he's going to go to the left, and he's
gone.
And
He is
just
killing us.
a little. Nope.
Number
Cole
10.
Cole tried it, but just gave up on him. Just a little misdirection. He faked the handoff, and he came off to the left and just got around there, and Marshall didn't want to stick his nose in there very bad, didn't look like. So there's a big run by Martins for another touchdown. They're just hurting us there.
Yeah, we got to find a way to tackle him
Yeah,
at the line.
At the line. We just need to, we
In
can't.
space, a 225-pound
Yep.
kid that's fast. This is tough to tackle for our corners who are
For
150 pounds at most.
So they're going to go for 2 here.
Down 7, the Wildcats are.
And Martins turns around and passes it, and it's going to be complete to Wilson Buckwalter. So that 2-point conversion is good, so that puts Midland up 24-15.
Yeah, those 2-point conversions, they've been successful on all 3 of them. That's a big difference there when you start looking at the game, because now it's a 2-possession game.
Exactly.
So
But Wildcats here still in business. We've been able to move the ball. We got to just we've been able to get some good gains on first down, and on that last possession, Isaiah only was able to get like 2 yards. So
we talked about that earlier in the game, the difference between a 2nd and 5 and a 2nd and 10 and the amount of things you can do offensively. So that is huge. Hopefully this drive we can
kind of get back there and see if we can't get that big play. And we've had some good field position. Their kicks have been short, and Jack Kramer's returned every single one of them, and he's done a good job. We've usually been starting anywhere around 25, even close to the 30-yard line, so we'll see what happens here. This time it goes over to Cole Silver.
And Cole's got some speed, too.
Yeah, he does, and he kind of busts up through there. And
right at the 30.
Yeah, right at the 30. Good field position, so let's see if the Wildcats can't take advantage of this.
Yep, so it'll be 1st and 10 here for the Wildcats on the 30-yard line. 10:27 to go in the second quarter. Scores 24-15 in favor of Midland. Really, the Cats are right in it. They've just, we've got to be able to tackle Martins on those big runs or limit those big runs. So Wildcats kind of starting a bunch formation similar to what we've seen Midland run, and Isaiah Dam runs hard, runs over the linebacker there.
Knocks down.
But gains maybe
2 yards.
Long 2.
Yep.
So that'll bring up 2nd and
maybe
long.
3
yeah,
there. Looks like they gave
7.
him 3 yards there, so not too bad. We'd like to see like that 4, 5, 6 yard burst.
But regardless,
Yep.
you get 3 yards of play, you get a
You
first down
know.
here. So we'll see what the Wildcats come out. It looks like they're going to split. Is that Marshall? Splitting Marshall and Reed. I guess Marshall's just kind of wide. But Reed is split out to the left. Isaiah Dam, direct snap to Dam, who keeps it, and he
There
bursts
he goes.
hard, but there's a flag.
There's going to be a holding.
It's going to be a holding on
Yep.
that one, I'm assuming.
And it's kind of on the other side of where Isaiah ran, too. But we'll see here what the call is.
So that's going to bring up
It would have been a first down for the Wildcats. They're talking it over. And they are
waiting for the call here. Yep, holding against the Wildcats, so it'll be a 10-yard mark off from the spot. So maybe a second and 15 roughly here for the Cats. Not where we want to be.
No, yep. So unfortunate because we would have had a first down. So we'll see what the Wildcats can draw up now.
Looks like they're going to bring Reed in to call the play here, so they might go to more of a passing formation. Nope, Reed's going to split out. We're going to have Isaiah Dam at the quarterback position here, or spinner back position. It's going to be a direct snap to Isaiah Dam, who fakes the handoff and runs it again. And
I really thought he had something going there.
I did too, and then he was dragged down.
Then that Midland guy just got off his block and really stopped him after only, about a gain of about 2.
Yeah, so that'll be 3rd and 13 potentially here for the Wildcats. So a reminder, if you're listening, you can let us know. You can send us a message on the chat, and we'll give you a shout out. But right now, the Wildcats are down 9 with 9 minutes to go. We have Reed in shotgun formation. We have Twins left, and Marshall, I believe it is, split right, and Nick's looking right at. Oh,
there
Ethan Ty again.
Oh,
It hits him in the hands. It just kind of
Oh.
dropped that one. Good
A little
throw
over
there.
his head. I mean, that would have been a really good catch, but it was there.
Yeah, that's a tough one because Ethan's running and it's just over his head and he's kind of looking back. Those are hard to catch, but
Dang,
he was open and
Ethan's been getting open all night. I mean, they're gonna, we're 4th and 13 here. I don't know. I would have to imagine you got to punt. You're still in this game. You're only 9 down. You don't want to give Midland the ball inside their own 30-yard line.
Yeah, so 8 minutes, 50 seconds to go. It looks like the Wildcats will likely punt on this. We've got 2 guys split right, though, and we have Twins left as well, similar to our last formation. Midland is deep. Reed drops back a few steps, and he's going to punt it.
There it is.
That's a pretty good punt for 1 step.
And that's going to go out. Are you calling 10?
I'm calling this one on the 12.
Yeah. Ooh, that looks like.
Vaughn tells me 11.
It's going to be close, probably right in between there. So good punt. Probably the right idea. There's no way, I don't think, we're having a hard time stopping Midland. You don't want to give them that short field. So we're right here. It's a 9-point game, 8:44 left in the second quarter, and the Wildcats had gotten stagnant a little bit on offense. That penalty really hurt us because Isaiah Dam would have had a first down. So we're still showing that we can move the ball. And actually, Ethan Ty was, open. So we're doing some good things on offense here. We just got to shore up our tackling here at the initial contact with Martin. So he's in the backfield by himself. He's going to roll out. He's looking. Turn around. Oh, I thought Cole Silver was going to have the interception.
Kind of got turned around. And good open field tackle there, though, by Marshall Vanderbeck.
Yep. Pass is complete, and it's going to be a first down.
About a 19-yard gain there.
And I thought Cole had it, but he just kind of quit running. If he would have been able to keep running, that was Austin Wishbark. And so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles, about their own 30-yard line. Martin's in the backfield. And there we go.
Good.
We got in there. Did that look like the ball popped up out of his hands, or I don't know?
There's a flag thrown, regardless.
Hopefully. Yeah, so there's a loss on the play. Was
that Brady Koba or Keegan Kula got?
I couldn't
right
tell.
There. One of the two got right.
We had
through.
a couple Wildcats in there, and they're talking it over. I haven't. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. So Yeah, and it's from the spot, so the holding happened at about the 29-yard line, it looks
Keegan
like.
was signaling to Coach Myers. He's not only the doctor when Midland gets hurt,
But
he's also the coach for Coach Myers. So Dr. Coach Kula is on the.
And he's like,
he's
we'll
right.
take it.
I mean, he's making the right reads here.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
telling the kid to get up. The kid got up.
Yeah.
And
So it's going to be first down and long there for the Wildcats, or for the Eagles. So they got to get out to just about midfield for first down.
Dr.
And
Cronin says when Kula graduates, we might have to shut down after. We
yeah.
don't know what to do next year.
And
He'll come back.
He's teaching the classes when he shows up. And, so they got the ball inside the 20-yard line. It's going to be that bunch package to the right. Martin's by himself in the backfield. He's going to roll out.
Good blitz there by Koba.
And, through the hands. And I thought Marshall, was looking downfield.
I don't think he saw the ball.
No, he didn't. I think it went through the hands of the Eagles receiver and just fell. So it's going to be second long there. Just a little over 20 because they got to get it just about to the 40. So, yeah,
Vaughn
about
has 20 on the clock, so I'm going to say 21.
All right. Second and 20, and they're going to come up to the line of scrimmage, and they got two receivers split to the top. They've got Martins in the backfield along with Smith. And it's going to be snapped. Martins dropping back. He's looking short and dropped, but there wouldn't have been much of a gain because Draven Silver was right there ready to make the hit if the pass would have been complete. So
yeah, this is a big possession here for the Cats. So
that
third and 20.
Wilson Buckwalter who dropped that pass. So this is a huge play right here.
Draven Silver's coming back in. Jack Kramer's coming out. Going a little bit more of a bulk package here with the big boys up front.
So they've got one in motion, and Martins is looking over to the other side. Yes. Passed it. They put a player in motion here. He went towards the Midland bench, and then Smith dropped off here on the side of the Wildcat bench. And they were just going to try not really a screen pass, but just like a little short pass, and that's good. I'm good.
Well,
and
it's blowing right on my mic.
Okay.
I can hear it.
And that was an incomplete pass. So it's going to be fourth down and 20 for the Eagles. They're going to be into punt. They got their punter in, and he's going to
drag it out.
Oh, come on. Oh, he does the little sidewinder punt.
That was a tricky play
Man,
there.
I was hoping we could tackle him, and
they strung the punt out to the right side for about 5 seconds before they actually punted it.
Yeah, I don't know if they give him the option.
There's a flag down, though.
Did he go over the line of scrimmage?
There's a flag down over there. That could be.
I feel like he might have went over the line.
I don't know, because the chains moved.
Well, they still have the fourth down marker, and he had to.
But they're way off on where the first down would be.
Right, but the line of scrimmage would have been the 20-yard
Now we have
line.
Ref Kula in the huddle here. So Ref Dr.
It's
Coach
against
Kula.
them, but are you gonna? I wonder if it's loss of down. I mean,
yeah, I don't know what the call is on that. If he's across the line of scrimmage on a punt, is it just
because isn't that normally a loss of down?
I'm not sure, Karth, to be honest with you. I don't
We'll
know
see
if
what
I don't know if
they're
I've
gonna-
ever seen it on a punt.
Yeah, I don't either, man. Because he ran over there, and he was moving up the field. So they're going to move it back. So it looks like the Wildcats are going to make him punt it again.
I don't blame him. And now the chain's got to pull a little short on the 10 yards over. There we go. So yeah, I was gonna say that they corrected where they should have been
They
too.
got
So
to
we're
show
good now.
where the first down was, just short of the 40-yard line. So looks like we're gonna.
They might just go into punt formation and.
Now, for some reason, I didn't see a timeout, but both teams
are
are
going to the bench.
looking like they're huddling up. So the officials are huddled. If it's a line of scrimmage, I almost feel like that's a loss of down, but I'm not
I wonder
for
if
sure.
that's what the refs are
because
talking about.
if it's a loss of down, that's going to be from the just inside the 20-yard line. We would take over the. Well, I guess they'd still. It's still. Well,
no, that was
that'd
fourth
be
down.
fourth down. And
So that would be our ball.
They're saying something with the kick. Oh, they're still saying it's fourth down. Did you?
It's fourth down again.
Yeah, it's still fourth down. So.
Yeah, it wasn't.
They made up a new symbol for punting across the line of scrimmage.
They just made up a play.
So it's a 5-yard penalty. Yeah, and realistically, it should be back about another yard. But anyway, they moved the ball back.
That was kind of a mess, though.
That
That was kind of crazy.
And
I don't know what just happened
so the Eagles are lined up in pump formation again. I can't really. They don't. Having gold numbers on white, I don't know why you wouldn't have black.
What Midland's numbers
Now
are.
this time he just went ahead and punted, and he didn't do any running around. And
we got the ball on this
we
side.
just gained about I'd say 12 yards on that penalty, because didn't it get down to the 30?
About the 30s where it would have
And
been.
this time it didn't even go over the 40-yard line. So the Wildcats are going to take over, and were they marking it at the 30?
38-yard line. So I tell you what, that's a good call to have him punt it again, because that was kind of a weird play.
About 39-yard line. So we gained about 11 yards on that play. These officials, I tell you what, sometimes it's a comedy routine. Shouldn't be making fun because it's hard to get officials, but at least we're not yelling at them.
No, that was just kind of a weird few possessions to figure out. So we got a direct snap to Isaiah Dam. He's kind of be held right up here at the line and thrown way out of bounds. So that's going to be about a 2-yard gain roughly for Isaiah.
Not much.
You know, that direct snap, they're kind of clogging the middle on it now.
He almost has to do like a little bit of like the one that got called back for holding, where they sort of did a misdirection, faked the handoff to Marshall, and then go back against the grain there.
That backside.
Yeah. So we'll see here.
Wildcats are kind of shifting formations. They're bringing in Nick Reed and Marshall Vandevek now, bringing out Caleb Wilson and Cole Silver. So we have Isaiah Dams in the spinner back position. We have Reed split out again. They're giving him a big cushion, and that's going to be.
Marshall's moving before the snap.
He can move sideways.
Oh, yeah,
I don't think that was on him. Someone on the line jumped on that one.
I was going to say, yeah, you can go back in motion. Yeah, I guess that doesn't make.
So I think Marshall was okay there, but something.
Maybe they jumped off sides.
I don't know.
I'm just trying to be optimistic.
I'm thinking it's on us the way the boys are moving back.
Yep.
So second and maybe 2nd and 12 roughly now for the maybe 13.
Yep.
For the Wildcats, which is that
motion, it looks like. So
that's that different field position there for that second down that we've talked about. 2nd and 5 or 6 to 12 or 13 here is a big difference. So Midland's up 24-15 currently.
6:40.
It's been a good game, back and forth here. 3 big plays for Midland's all that they've hurt us on, but that's easy.
Yeah.
All, I guess I should say. They were about 60-yard runs, so that hurts. But we have Twins left and Kula, I believe, on the right end here. Reed is in the shotgun. And they're right through, but Nick scrambles out to the side, and he's going to get rid of it.
Nice
that is a catch, I believe.
They've got to give that to Marshall. He did a great job of keeping his foot in bounds.
Officials are going to talk.
And that official better call him in. He wasn't even in position.
He called a catch,
yes. Huge play.
So just, you might figure it out, I guess. You're going to talk about it and make sure you make the right call. There's no replay here. So
exactly, and that's a big first down for the Wildcats, especially coming off of that. Especially coming off of that penalty, and that we've talked about how that penalty's kind of slowed us down a little bit after not such a good gain. So great play for the Wildcats, no penalties.
Yeah, we'll take the
1st and 10 on what, Midland 28-yard line?
28-yard line. It's good field position here. We got Reed in the shotgun formation. We got Trips left. We'll see. Isaiah's out. Oh, they'll get right through to Reed, but Reed makes a heck of a play.
Nice. Come on, Nick.
Nick showing some wheels here, and then he's going to head out of bounds.
Yeah. Great play by Nick. Saw that nothing was going and that they blitzed on that side, and he just went where the defender left, and there was nobody over there. And did they give him a first down?
He's going to be close. I don't know
I
where
think he ran out of bounds.
Second and 1.
Yeah,
second inches.
Like inches. So.
Oh, nope. Now they're moving it.
Oh, they
first
are.
Down.
Nice.
So it was pretty close on
I
that
know,
one. So.
Yeah. Big run there. I thought he might have gotten out, but it's hard to tell sometimes.
Nick's a smart kid in those kind of situations. He probably got right around the first down and went out. So Isaiah Dam's going to be back at the spinner back position. They're going to snap it to Ethan Ty, though, and Keegan Kula is wide open for the touchdown.
Wildcats!
Great play call there.
Touchdown, Wildcats!
Absolutely. Midland was just packed in tight, thinking that we're just going to run that same fake handoff, and
Nice.
And touchdown, Keegan. We have doctor, touchdown, ref. Keegan's doing it all tonight, so this is no surprise to any of his teachers in here. So he's controlling. Yeah, Keegan. Well, he's going to hold. He's going to hold the extra point.
He's going to tell Marshall, hey, you hold and I'll kick.
Yeah. So.
I'm sure he's gotten a couple practice kicks in.
Oh, I know he did in eighth grade he wanted to kick.
Yeah.
He tried like 13 times. He kept telling me, Coach, I need to kick the ball. So I'm not kidding. So here he goes to hold the ball for Marshall, who's been pretty consistent on these extra points. I don't want to be the announcer jinx here. Kind of a bad snap, but it's going to be
good.
It's good.
Yes.
So that's big. 22-24. The Wildcats are in this thing,
game,
Card.
Man, this is a great game.
I am pumped up right now. So if I'm playing, I'm more pumped.
I
So
know.
This is awesome for the kids.
This is awesome, yeah. So 5:47 left, and we might want to give a shout-out to Next Bank here.
Absolutely. So each person and family has unique financial needs. That's why we offer a variety of personal banking and lending products. We offer everything you need for your financial success, from checking and savings accounts to loans and online services. Next Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. So big time drive there.
Yes.
Great play call to kind of use that tight formation as a decoy, and then you slip big Keegan down on the post route.
Well, you mentioned one other time he was lined up there the play before at the tight end, and they didn't do anything.
Well, he's got great hands, too, in space. So that was a great throw by Ethan.
And this is awesome for the Wildcats because we got up, and then the Eagles came back and tied it, or they went up by 1, and then we came back and got up, and then they had 2 unanswered touchdowns, and we kind of stalled out a little bit. So the Wildcats are hanging in there. They're fighting tough. So
especially in a game, you got 2 games left here. You've got a really, really outside chance of the playoffs. They could have cashed it in on those, but they are just fighting like crazy, and I love it.
And like you said, Brady comes over and, like karate chops after just a 2-point conversion. I mean, he's jumping around now.
Yeah, I told you. Where's the kick?
Draven's out there, and so
Eli's pumping up the crowd.
Yeah.
They're dancing. Well, it's crazy.
You know what? But
it's a party on the sideline over there.
And I would hate to think that they would pack it in as any team because you
just
and I
don't
both
know. So
both have played, and I guess my instincts are I never quit playing. I don't care what the score is, and the Wildcats here are just coming out and they're having some fun, and hopefully we can finish out senior night with a big win. So Martin's going to take the snap, and the Wildcats string it out and do a really, really good job. Oh, now there's something late.
I think that was a late hit on somebody hit Keegan pretty late, and I think Keegan's clapping. He got hit kind of in a dirty hit on the outside.
That Dustin and another guy were kind of jawing a little bit. So.
No, I saw that one. The play was dead, and some kid threw Keegan.
Well, the Wildcats did a really nice job. It was a direct snap to Martin, and they strung it out, and they knocked him out of bounds, and a loss of about 3 on the play. And so it's second down right now and about 13. The officials are talking about it.
I think it's going to be half the distance to the goal.
Yeah.
Personal foul, late hit from the 20, I would think, would be half the distance here. So, yeah, that and kudos to Keegan for not responding on that.
Exactly, because
the second guy typically gets caught. So he would tell you he's in their head.
Yeah.
So it's like, what would that be? Psychiatrist? No.
Yeah.
Psychiatrist Keegan too. So
that's going to be a penalty on the Eagles, and it's going to be half a distance to the goal, but it's still going to be about. Looks like Vaughn's got second 19 on the board. Ball is at about, what's it look like, the 6-yard line, 7-yard line?
Good position for the Wildcats right now. So the boys got to capitalize on this.
The last couple possessions, we have been able to string it out, and we haven't let Martins bust through. So hopefully we've got that figured out a little bit here. So let's see what the Eagles are going to do. And
they're going to run Martin is what they're going to do here on the left side.
They got their triple receivers here to the left.
And we brought 3 linemen over to this side.
And it was sort of and then he went the opposite way.
Yeah, so what happened was, I think that was a read by the quarterback because Keegan was on the left side, and what they've been trying to do is run away from him. So Keegan literally just came over, and we had 3 defensive linemen on the right side, and then Martin's just decided to take it right, although his blockers were coming left.
Yeah, and so then
good tackle on the backside there.
As long as everybody stays at home, But, they're putting those triple receivers, a little tight package, and then he's been running behind them. So This time they're going to split 2 receivers here to the left, and one's going to be to the right, and he's got Smith in the backfield, I think, with him, and he's dropping back to throw it, and he's overthrows his
Good
receiver.
tackle.
A nice job by Ethan Ty
Again.
coming in and hitting the receiver, which he can do. The receiver went up to catch it, and Ethan just made sure that because the ball kind of got tipped up, and luckily he hit him. I mean, that ball could have come straight back down in his hands, but it didn't. So
Ethan has made
he's
3 or
really
4
made,
great tackles on those passes where it just has knocked the ball out, or as soon as they caught it, he was there to deliver the hit.
All right, so the Eagles are going to punt again, and their last time it was an adventure.
We'll see what happens on this one.
So we're going to see. He's about 3 yards in his own end zone. So I don't.
They're doing the crazy one. Oh, Keegan almost blocked it.
Blocked it, and this time he's going to get a
Great
roll.
bounce.
Yeah.
About a 15-yard bounce.
Too bad. Marshall didn't really run with him as he ran to the side, and he just kind of stayed in the middle. So
I think on those sometimes you just don't
it's
want
hard,
you don't want the guy to fumble it.
Yep.
So
So anyway, unfortunately for the Wildcats, that kind of turned into a good play there for the Eagles, and
that Cronin brings up an interesting question. Once he starts running,
can you
tackle him?
I don't
know because then if he goes to kick, I mean, how do you know if he's
because they talk about
because you could kick it on any play and then somebody hits you and it's a
Well, and they talk about quarterbacks, when they do the fake sometimes, how they're like potentially a runner and you can hit them. There's the snap to Reed and a handoff this time out of the shotgun to Dam.
And Dam gets about 9 yards. So
nice. There's
runs
that big.
really hard around the left side, and the Wildcats are moving. So 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go. We're down to a touchdown here to take you into the halftime.
That'd be huge.
Right before senior night announcements, I like the momentum that's coming our way
and
on this.
We've kept it, even though we had a couple misfortune. We got stopped a couple times. The guys have really kept their momentum and their enthusiasm. So 2nd and 1.
Yeah, 2nd and 1 here, and the Wildcats are in shotgun formation. They have twins right, have Dam in the backfield with Reed. They're going to hand it off to Dam, who's going to get about 4 minutes and 12 seconds to go. Good start to the drive here for the Wildcats, so they're right at the 40-yard line now, right where we want to be again.
Yep, midfield, first down.
So clock is stopped currently, going to get ready to run here again. And Laura Meyer on the clock over here with Vaughn. They do a fantastic job.
And then we got Denise on the PA.
Denise on the PA, and Breeze hanging out here filming next to us. Dr. Cronin's in the crow's nest. Shout out to everybody up here. And we're going shotgun formation again. We got twins right with Ethan Ty split. Marshall is kind of in the slot receiver position. That's a fake. And then it's going to be passed to Ethan Ty in the slot, and he's going to go.
Goes.
He's going in at least 15 here, a little more, probably 20-some yards.
You know what? Nice run by Ethan Ty, and he, he could have went out of bounds, but he stayed in bounds and picked up about 3 more yards.
And Ethan's going out with a little injury here, but hopefully he's okay. He's holding his hand.
Yeah, because he's been getting open here for the Wildcats.
He's had a really good game.
Yeah,
so
he has.
That's smart to stay in bounds, though, too, because we kind of want the clock to move.
Yeah, for sure.
I do have to get going for the senior night announcements, Car. So Dr. Cronin's going to jump in here.
Tag team. Luckily, we have all these able bodies.
We got the extra guys. Guys, I'm back there with all these wonderful things to say. I'm tapping Carlson on the shoulder. Say this. Say that.
Yeah, so you got it.
Okay, we got Nick Reed, shotgun snap, inside handoff to Isaiah Dam. He gets swallowed up. He breaks free now. He's going to lose some yards, but now he's going to hit the corner.
Oh, man.
A very exciting loss of 1.
That's probably the most exciting.
He was wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Looked like he gained a yard, and then he spun
out of
then he ran.
Tackle,
He was kind of running back about 5 yards, and then he got the corner, and you thought, well, maybe he'll do something here. So it's going to be 2nd and 12 with 3 minutes going and the clock running. Wildcats have the ball in their own 20-yard line. Technically, they're in Marshall Vandevek field goal range, but let's. I'm sure they're hunting for more than that.
Yeah, we need a touchdown right here.
So I thought Isaiah Dam has looked strong
and
fast all night. Ethan Ty's done a great job catching those passes. Nick Reed has been dropping some really nice throws in there. Here's a delay of game called by the back judge.
Not what we wanted.
No. So
a little confusion there.
So 2:26. I suppose that was about 30 seconds, but that gives the Wildcats a little time to get collected here. We talked about how Keegan Kula is winning the mind game down
yes.
the field.
Yes, he is. So let's see if we can't. So we got the ball on the 25-yard line. It's going to be 2nd 17. I mean, the Wildcats have, 3 downs to get this, hopefully.
Yeah, and they would have 4, but they're going to kick a field goal. Here's an outside rush. Nick Reed stepping up. Now he's running around. Nick Reed's like Houdini, a little Fran Tarkenton. He's got a wide open
touchdown! Marshall Vanderbilt in the end zone. Wildcat touchdown. Oh, wow. I tell you what, there were 2 Eagle guys down there, and it looked like they both must have – was that Ethan who was the other – or no, Jack Kramer. And they both stuck with Jack, and Ethan Marshall just kind of floated over there. Nick bought some time, scrambled around, decided to throw it rather than try to go, and we've got a touchdown here. Nick to Marshall.
So Nick Reed was dead to right twice.
Yeah.
He did kind of a Fran Tarkenton.
Yes, he did.
I know some of our younger listeners.
I loved Fran Tarkenton.
Fran Tarkenton, I was going to say, Drew. Here's a fake field goal. And there's Draven Silver.
Draven dropped it.
Oh, Draven Silver did not catch it. Keegan Kula got to the sideline. Keegan doesn't realize. Boy, Nick Reed is having a good laugh. And
Keegan thought he had a 2-point
Keegan,
conversion. He's mad. He's going to be.
So the Wildcats are leading 24-28.
Draven's like, it was right in my hand, Coach.
So Keegan Kula, who's done everything tonight, as we've noted, we did say he hasn't thrown a touchdown pass, so he got a chance to throw for the 2-point conversion. He throws an out route to Draven Silver,
right there.
And it was just a little too far, slipped through his fingers. Keegan doesn't know, so he's celebrating, so he's running the hardest he's run all night to the sideline.
Yeah,
and it gets to Keegan, or gets to his buddy Nick Reed, and Nick goes, well, he dropped it. And Keegan's like, puts his hands on his helmet, and Nick Reed, you just saw him just kind of laughing, not because his team didn't score 2 points, but he was just laughing at his buddy.
Well, hopefully it's a good laugh, but the positive thing is that the Wildcats are up 28-24 here, but there's still 2:17 left, and we've got to keep our composure, and we want to go in on this high in halftime, and so we need to really have a good defensive stance this time. So Marshall's kick, one bounce in the end zone, it goes out, and so Midland's going to take the ball 1st and 10 here on their 15-yard line. They've got 2:17 to go in the second quarter here, first half, 28-24 Wildcats. And, they've scored the 3 times that they've scored have been big plays by Martins, has been able to kind of get to the outside. And once he gets past that first level, it's been hard for our 125-pound safety to do anything. So we'll see here if the Wildcats can't draw something up. And Jack Kramer comes late on the field there. No, they're going to call Keegan for going offsides. They put a player in motion, and Keegan should be ready for that because the Wildcats haven't done that yet this first half, but they've been doing that, putting players in motion here. So there's a little bit of confusion on who's supposed to be out on the field there. Now Jack Kramer comes off, and now Ethan Ty's going in. So Ethan got shaken up on that catch, and he came out, but now he's going back in, and I'm glad to see that because Ethan's been having a great job, doing a great job on D. So not what we wanted. We've got a 1st and 10, snap to Martin, and he pitches it. Come on, guys, you got to tackle.
Yeah.
And I think that's Smith who carries the ball and gets it first down for the Eagles and gets over the 30-yard line, gets it up to about the 33-yard line there, where the Eagles are going to have it 1st and 10. There's 2 minutes to go. So right here, the Wildcats really need to step up and make a big play on first down. When we've gotten a big play on first down and it's turned it into a long gain, it feels like that we've been able to stop them. So the officials come up here and are stopping the clock, and now they're talking to each other, and I'm not sure what the problem is. There's 1:47 now left on the clock.
Yeah, would they be wanting the clock not to be started? I'm very curious as to what this discussion is because they're not discussing a penalty, it doesn't appear.
We'll see.
Well, he's going to tell us either that or he's going to yell up at Mr. Vaughn to put some time on the clock.
I think.
Yeah. So then he He ran over, yelled at Vaughn or the press box, and then he turned around and just.
Okay, yeah.
And there's Mr. Ratliff. He wants the clock set at 1:55, so they got the message up. Yeah, I'm worried, Cars, just because they've had the big play that they've scored in 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and they've got a minute and 55, and they're almost to midfield. We're gonna have to come up with a turnover or a big stop here.
So Martin's in the backfield, and then there's a tight end there. He's gonna throw it, and it's incomplete, intended for Dodge, I believe.
But it was a nice route. It was a little slant in. If he had held on to the ball, he would at least had a first down to the 30, and he might have been close. Might have had close. Once the ball goes through his fingers, though, you want the D-back who's trailing the play to pick it off.
Yeah.
And you can't have both.
Well, and Tanner mentioned too, we're playing off a little bit, but we're making very good tackles. We're not letting them get any extra yardage after the catch. So we'll see what happens here. So. It's going to be a low snap to Martins. He turns and pitches. It's going to pass back, and Keegan, I think, saw that, and the Wildcats sniffed it out. And good defense. Keegan sniffed that out, and Cole Silver came up, and he's just been having such a good year.
Cole's played really well. Cole cut that down. 66.
That's Dustin Ferris.
Yeah, big Dustin Ferris was putting the pressure on. Cole got him out of bounds. Marshall Vandevet was there late and did a nice job of raising his hands in the air as they went out of bounds to show that he didn't hit him late. It's third down and about 9 yards to go.
So after all of that.
With a minute and 33 left.
So let's see what the Wildcats. So the Wildcats think they're going to pass. They've only got 2 rushers.
And I love this kind of prevent defense here.
So Martins he's doing a quick pass and there's
sideline.
We didn't get up there and make that stop like we had been. And
receiver lunges ahead. It'll be a first down for the Eagles.
I think it is going to be a first down. Dang. We had him. The catch was short. If Ethan would have been right there like he had been, that would have been a stop. So unfortunate for the Wildcats. We did what we needed to do, just forced them into a short pass, but we weren't able to wrap them up in time. So with 1:22, the clock's running. Both teams have all their timeouts as far as that goes.
Yeah, so they've
Martin's
got time.
Receiver split to the top, receiver split to the bottom, and he's just going to take it and run up the middle. And there's a big
open field tackle.
Yeah, by
Isaiah Dam.
No, that was Ethan Ty who came up and tripped him up, and then I think Isaiah wrapped him up there.
A lot of the first half has been isolation between Isaiah Dam and Martins, and for the most part, Isaiah has made some tremendous tackles from the midfield there. They've changed the defense a little bit to give him some more help. I love that rush only 2 guys, and especially back when they were pinned against their own end zone, and we just rushed 2 guys. You could tell the Kirk Ferenz prevent defense worked like a charm.
Yep.
I suppose that's Bill Brazier's prevent defense.
Yeah. So we've got they haven't changed the marker over there, but I'm pretty sure it's second down. He picked up, there they go, picked up about 7. So it's going to be maybe 6, second and 4. And
was that a Midland timeout?
Yeah, Midland took their first timeout. There's a minute 3 left. And
they've got the ball on the Wildcat
29-yard line. So they're playing against the clock and obviously downs. It's the second down. So Martin's in the backfield, and he pitches
shovel pass inside, first down.
He's
going to get a first down at the 25.
Yep.
You figure that each play takes about 10 seconds by the time you spot it, as long as it's not incomplete.
Yeah. That was Buck Walter, the 85, the receiver who just kind of came around and they just pitched it to him.
So with their timeouts, I'd say they'd have a good 6 plays here. They're at their Wildcat 25, first and 10.
All right, he's dropping straight back, and there's Keegan. There's Loft. Come on. Oh, way short. Keegan got in there and forced Martin to throw the ball before he wanted to, and Martin had to loft it up over Keegan's arms, and so it fell probably about 3 or 4 yards short of the receiver. And so that's going to stop the clock with 43 seconds left, and the Wildcats have them at second and 10. Midland's going to be on the Wildcat 25-yard line. So second and 10. We'll see here what happens. Martin's back with Smith and 1 receiver to the top. And it's going to be a handoff to Smith. And the Wildcats, I think he maybe picked up a yard, just a yard. Nice job by the Wildcats staying there, and that's going to be a timeout. Eagles, I guess they gave him maybe a big yard there, so 3rd and 8, I guess you could say. And so down to 37 seconds here. So how many seconds do you think?
Okay, so give me about
10?
10 seconds of play, unless it's an incomplete pass. So that gives them 4 plays. They do have a timeout left.
Well, about 3 plays.
You got the timeout.
Yeah, timeout.
And incomplete passes.
So they still have 1 timeout left, according. We're unofficial up here.
Yes.
And but I'm pretty sure they have one timeout left. They've used 2 now. So
I mean, this has been the slowest drive they've had all game. So Wildcats have really done a nice job. It's just a matter of
if we can
got to hold them about 4 or 5 more plays. I don't think they're going to be kicking a field goal. I'm sure they'll save their timeout until the last play of the game. So
right. So Martins is in the backfield. He's got a receiver split to the top, and he's got Smith in the backfield with him, and then a tight end there. And it's a snap to Martins. He's dropping back. He's looking. There's Keegan.
Oh, there's big Dustin.
And,
Dustin Ferris missed
Dustin
him.
Ferris. Just right when Dustin was getting ready to make the tackle, he kind of took off. Picked up about 3 yards maybe, and so it's going to be 4th down and, what did you say, 6 or 7 there, I'd say, 4th, 6 or 7. So 30 seconds left, and this is a big play for the Wildcats to try to stop them from scoring. Like you said, I don't think they've got a field goal kicker, so they're going to be going for this.
I didn't factor into the fact that we could just take over on downs.
Yeah, we can take over on downs, and then that'd be great. So
and we're going to get a Wildcat timeout. I like this.
Yeah, Wildcats are going to go ahead, take that timeout, and talk things over. This is a big play. I mean, right here we stop them, and we'll just take a knee and go into halftime up 28-24. So. Yeah, somebody up here in the press box just mentioned Midland gets the ball to start the second half, so this is a big stop. You don't want to give them this and then give them another potential opportunity to score right after halftime. So we'll see here what the Wildcats dial up. Their defense is actually has been pretty solid. They've got Nick in here. They brought Nick in sort of as a center fielder.
Kind of the big ugly when they need a stop.
When they like to bring him in sort of in that prevent, and he's actually done a pretty good job at that, and he's either knocked down a couple passes, he's got a couple picks too, I think, from that. So we've got twin receivers to the top. Martin's in the backfield with Smith, and the snap.
I'm assuming that we're going to see a pass.
And he's dropping straight back, and here comes Dustin, and he's just floating it up there, and there's an interception by Marshall Vanderman. Let's get a block. Let's block him.
Some guys.
Come
Marshall
on,
out to the 30. He's almost out to midfield.
Timeout. We got 18 seconds left, Wildcats. Fans, and we're almost at midfield. I'm not sure what Martins was doing there.
Well, it was 4th down. And so he was. I'm sure the discussion was you just chuck it up.
Yeah, and I mean
and what he didn't realize was, maybe normally you'd bat down a 4th down pass, but Marshall Vandervet. I mean, it cost us a little bit of time, but he was waiting for that ball to come down, and he kind of had a seam there. Once he got going,
Dustin Ferris had a nice little block that probably sprung him for a few more yards. So, yeah, I'm not sure that was just like a dead duck throw. He didn't, and we'll take it. And Marshall,
I'll take 3 shots or 4 shots with Nick Reed throwing the ball.
We got 18 seconds left here, and we got receivers top and bottom, and Nick's going to run.
I love this a lot. Get out of bounds, Nick. Oh.
And he's going to slide. He's down at the 30-yard line. Oh, timeout.
We got to get our score people to hit the stop button. We lost at least half a second there. Okay.
So Nick scrambles, picks up a 1st down, gets the ball to the 31-yard line, and the Wildcats are going to take they have 1 timeout left, I believe, after this. We just took our first timeout on that last possession, and
we're going to get 13 seconds put back on the clock, so that's tremendous because it was 9.6.
Yep. Well,
so
that's two. That's another play.
That was a 5-second.
Nick 18
Reed,
seconds.
Nick Reed gained 20 yards at 5 seconds. All right. That's that off-season conditioning he's doing with Tanner Carlson.
Well, I don't know if that was 20 yards. We had the ball at about 35, didn't we?
Yeah, still, Carth.
We'll give it to him. All right, so the Wildcats have twin receivers to the top, twin receivers to the bottom.
I mean, Nick was running at least 25 miles an
Oh,
hour.
at least. And
Fastest land mammal. Cheetah than Nick.
yes, Nick, yes. And there's a blitz coming in, and Nick's running around.
He's Fran Tarkenton. Get out of bounds.
There's had to be a personal foul. Yes.
Yeah.
Personal
would you
foul. Nick goes out of bounds. He's clearly out of
Yeah.
bounds. He was running for the sidelines.
Shoot us.
And
All right.
I'm not sure which Eagle that was, but they wrapped him
He
up
spun him around
and spun him and threw him to the ground.
that should take us down to about the 21-yard line because it was at the 36, 37.
Yep. It was
We're going to
at
have
the-
8 seconds left. That's a play and a half.
Yep.
It's a play and a
And
timeout.
the downs don't matter, but it's just
No.
the yardage and the clock. So 8 seconds.
And so now the discussion is, do you kick the 37-yard field goal?
I say you got to try at least
one shot to
one
the zone.
shot. I don't know.
8
8 seconds. I mean, you got a 4-point game.
I don't know what the debate is, why it's taking them so long to figure this out.
I know.
Because
It's clearly.
it was clearly what the
they're
penalty-
thinking of it because there's Warrington. David's getting ready for the long snap, so they're.
I just don't know with 20 seconds. It's almost like
With
you have to
8
run.
seconds, yeah.
Or 8 seconds, you have to throw the fly route, and
Yeah.
then the question becomes,
Right.
you got to get down
Well,
if
we're
you're not
gonna.
in the end zone.
Well, we're gonna go for it. We've got first down. We've got the ball at about the 25-yard line. We got 3 receivers here to the right, and now they're blowing the whistle. Don't know what this is.
Yeah, I'd be super curious what this is. Are you going to call motion on the Cats?
Oh,
Are
they're
they-
looking over at the bench
Like the
at
bench is
the
arguing?
Eagles.
I mean, if they want to call another penalty
Yeah,
on
I don't
Midland,
know if that's
fine.
what the problem
But I don't
was.
understand what they are stopping that
How,
play for.
yeah, well, I don't know how you can stop play.
I mean,
once the ball was snapped clearly. And,
it kind of reminds me of the Michigan State football
here's
team
the
when
thing,
they just
if they stopped the clock because they wanted to talk to the officials there, they need to put. Oh yeah, we put 8 seconds. There should be 8 seconds on the clock because. So I'm not really sure what they're complaining about.
1st and 10, Wildcats have the ball on the Midland 21-yard line. There's 8 seconds left, and right before the snap, the side judge by the Midland side blows his whistle and calls it dead.
And
there's not a penalty.
Yeah, their
But there's
coaches
a
are
huddle.
still yelling out there for something, and I'm not sure if they're mad about what.
They want less time on the clock.
Now
They're
they're
going to send 2 referees over, and it looks like they're going to do some explaining.
but nothing.
And this doesn't make me feel super good when they send 2 guys over.
Yeah, no kidding.
Wasn't delay. It couldn't have been like delay a game or something little like that.
Well, technically, they just sent one official.
6 seconds. Well, that's kind of a difference. I thought maybe 8 was generous. So if it's 6 seconds, then you're taking a shot at the end zone. This
Yeah.
isn't like we don't have a play and a half here. We don't have a play and then a field goal. We just have a play.
Yeah, 6.
So we've got 0.6 seconds. We're going to work up to 6. Work up to 6. This would be a good time to get one of those macros written for our scoreboard that somehow 6 seconds could take a little bit longer.
That is.
63. Well, the good news is, it doesn't look like we're. I think people understand we're doing the best we can. Of
Yep.
course, the more pressure you have, the harder it is. We are lining up for a field goal.
Yep.
So it gives
as
us a
soon as we
timeout.
get the clock figured out here and get 6 seconds on the clock, they say the officials. The Wildcats are going to go ahead and attempt a field goal. And so.
Yeah, so anyway, needless to say, there's a good chance the Wildcats will go in with at least a 4-point lead. If they make the what's going to be about a 41-yard field goal, which I believe would be a school record, then then you're going to have a 31-24 lead.
Yep.
You never know. Keegan Kula's almost thrown a 2-point conversion pass today.
Yeah.
We do have 6 seconds.
All right, so here we go. So the ball's going to be kicked from the 30-yard line. So this is going to be a 40-yard attempt, and I'll tell you what, he tried a 45-yard attempt, and it would have been he probably kicked it 40 yards. So
and it doesn't look like they're trying to block it too hard.
And
that's
it is
good.
going to be
That's
good.
That is good.
That
and
is a
that
new
good.
school record.
That's good, and that was good from 45.
There
That
we
is
go.
sweet.
Yes.
That is pretty awesome.
And that's a new school record, isn't it? Because 39.
Oh yeah,
39
everything's a school record.
I don't know.
Oh, we're gonna say 41, but
Fish. That's well.
I think when we look back at the tape, it might even be 42. But when I tell my grandchildren about it, it'll be 62.
Yeah, when Marshall tells them, it'll be a game winner.
Oh yeah, in a driving win.
I couldn't even see the goalpost. Yeah. So
Yeah,
there's a field goal for the Wildcats, and that makes it 31-24.
God, that is awesome.
There's 1.1 second left.
How is there
here.
time on the clock?
I'm for sure that took 6 seconds.
Yeah. Seriously, that is crazy. Let's pop up kick here.
Yeah, just squib it, and we'll see here what happens. And he's gonna, there it goes. And let's make it.
Received at the 15. Guy gets onto the corner.
Get him, Cole.
He's kind of running around.
And
We've got him wrapped up. That's the end of the half.
I think that was Keegan saying, that's Dustin Ferris. Nice tackle by Dustin Ferris. He's been having a good season here, coming on strong here lately.
Ratliff is pretty fired up.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are honoring our
I've got about a southeast wind, 13 miles an hour. So southeast. Yeah.
A little wind at his back.
Yeah. I mean, I would think that when you retell that at Coffee in 20 years, you were kicking into a 25-mile-an-hour wind. But, yeah, that was sweet. And that field goal was good by a good 5-6 yards.
Yeah. Well, that was a crazy first half. I tell you what, Midland has had 3 big runs by Martins to give. He had 2 in the first quarter, and then the one kind of starting the second quarter, and then the Wildcats were able to, if we can get some good pressure and force them into a longer. The passing game hasn't hurt the Wildcats.
No.
Their passing game has not hurt them. We've done a really good job of forcing some shorter passes and then wrapping up right away, not getting really any yards after the catch on their passes.
Getting an interception.
Yeah, Marshall got an interception.
Marshall got the interception right before half, and nice return to set up
They've
points.
had one pass play that kind of that got them a first down, but nothing that's really hurt us. So the Wildcats really need to just shore up that
4 years of basketball, 4 years of football, 5 years of
shore up the the offensive, the time that they scored is he's been able to get through the line of scrimmage, and then our backfield just hasn't been able to make the stop, So when we can string it out and we can fill those gaps and not let Martin get through, we've been doing pretty good. Just for the Wildcats, so if you're just joining us, it's 31-24. We're at halftime here. It's they're introducing the senior football players, and they'll be doing the cheerleaders and stuff, and we'll make sure we kind of tell you who's out there. But just kind of a recap on the Wildcats. Isaiah Dam started scoring in the first quarter. He ended up with 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, and after the first quarter it was 15-16. Midland was up by 1. Then in the second quarter, the Wildcats the Eagles scored the 1 touchdown with Martin, and then the Wildcats had a touchdown by Keegan Kula. It was a pass from Ethan Ty. Ethan Ty did like the halfback and did a great job of. Nobody picked up Ethan. Everybody thought, nobody picked up Keegan. Everybody thought Ethan was going to keep the ball and run, and so Keegan was wide open down there. And then Marshall Vandevet also had a great catch in the end zone. It was it third down when Nick did all of that? I think that was a second or third down play, and Nick should have been tackled about 3 times, and he was able to keep the play alive, and he scrambled and found the Eagles just just lost track of the receivers, and Marshall was just standing there all by himself in the end zone. So that was our other touchdown. And then right here to finish out the half, Marshall hits about a 40-41 yard.
It's 42 on Twitter. Twitter official.
42 yards on Twitter. So.
I think it was, honestly, I think it was 40 and a third. So we're going to round up to 42.
Okay. So anyway, about a 40-yard field goal. I'm sure Coach Meyer will have things figured out for us afterwards, and they'll get that out there. But, that's a great asset. And I don't know if you were up here when Tanner, but we tried the other field goal, and the ball was about on the 36 or 25-yard line, and he went. Okay, so I just want to mention this: the seniors for the football players are Eli Fleming, Keegan Kula, Draven Silver, Nick Reed, Isaiah Dam, and David Warrington are the seniors for the football team. They were just introduced with their parents, and then they're going to go ahead and head out with their back into the locker room there. So
Isaiah had 2 rushing touchdowns in the first half.
Yep, first quarter. Yep.
Okay.
And but it's a huge advantage because on Marshall's first attempt, the ball was at the 25-yard line, and he kicked it from about the 35-yard line. Well, but it's a 7-yard, isn't it? Usually, don't they go back 7 yards? So he was kicking it from the 35-yard line for a 45-yard kick. So, the ball was at about, the 27-yard line. Well, on that missed field goal, the ball gets put at the 15-yard line. So, and, whereas a lot of teams, you don't have that field goal kicker, so you're just going to go for it.
Yeah, you're going to go for it.
And if you don't get it, then the team gets the ball, where you take over on downs. And so even though we didn't get it, they ended up scoring that play. But that's just something to come back to keep in mind that that's the kind of thing that can happen. But so pretty interesting first half, and then Marshall does end it with that field goal. So we outscore them in the second quarter, 16-8. So they,
what do you think Marshall's more excited about, the 20-yard touchdown pass or the school record field goal?
Oh, I think the field goal. I was just talking to him actually after the football game, and I tell you what, I saw Marshall. Oh gosh, he was in elementary school probably, because I went down to an Iowa game with my nephew, and they're the same age, and my nephew was probably in middle school maybe, or elementary, 5th, 6th grade, and we saw Marshall in the stand.
Yeah.
And I was just talking to him last night or Tuesday night after the volleyball game, and he said he had his first college visit. He went went on a visit, and I think he would really like to kick someplace. And I think he can. I mean, he's a little guy, but man, he's got a great leg, and if he totally has a whole nother year here, Coach Myers has a great lifting program for the kids, and he's just going to get stronger and hopefully grow a little bit. And I jokingly asked him if Kirk Ferentz he'd gotten a call from Ferentz yet, and we were just laughing about it. But I'll tell you what, 45-yard, a 40-yard field goal in high school and a junior, and who knows, maybe we'll get an Iowa.
So it's 45 now? Because
I
was stretching it to get 42.
40-yarder.
He missed the 45.
Yeah, he missed the 45.
And he missed the 40. The awesome thing, I was standing behind Tanner when he missed the 45. It was right there, and it was just short. And our fans aren't quite as high as we are, and they were all cheering.
It was short.
But the 41, but we're going to call it 42. The 42-yard field goal.
Sounds good.
That was good from 45 at least.
Yeah. But I mean, so who knows? Maybe next year we'll get a visit from an Iowa recruiter up here taking a look at little Marshall. So anyway, we got some. We talked about the senior football players. Right now they're introducing Brianna. I'm gonna solo it here for a
Yeah,
little
you're going
bit
to solo it
until
for here.
Tanner gets back.
I'm going to just head in and do the count in the
You
gate.
bet. All right.
But,
well, listen to the game.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I feel real good about the second half. I was real nervous about this game. I just thought that it might be we were predicted by BC Moore to be a 15, 20-point underdog, and the boys have come out.
Yes.
I've loved our line play. Quite frankly, I mean, that Martins is a heck of a player.
He is.
And if you take, we got to corral him every single time. He can go to the house. But gosh, Nick Reed's is crazy legging it back there. He's running for yards.
It's been great.
He's dropping dimes. Ethan Tighe's had a couple of fantastic catches. I know he's missed a couple, but boy, Nick's putting it in a little tight box, and Ethan's catching it. Defense has been good. You're right. Cole Silver has come on a lot since the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So, and Brady Kuba.
Yeah, and Brady and Dustin Ferris. I mean, it's just been these guys are really just all came to play. Isaiah's running hard. We've just got things going. Keegan's in their mind, so
Keegan's winning the Jedi mind trick.
Get your administrative duties taken care of and get back out here, and let's hopefully we'll celebrate a Wildcat victory. Just mentioning real quick, the seniors are being announced here, the cheerleaders and stuff. We have Bree Hackman, who's the filmer and the manager for volleyball, and then we've got Harley Hollop down there. I'm guessing band for Harley. And then it looks like Nevaeh Bowen down there, and she's a cheerleader. And Christy Engelman's cheerleader. And Lauren Havel, cheerleader. Grace Kramer, cheerleader. Maddie Little, cheerleader. Let's see, Paige McGovern down there is a senior cheerleader, and Savannah Pavlis is a senior cheerleader. A lot of senior cheerleaders. And Taylor Rundle's being introduced here as another senior cheerleader. So like all the cheerleaders practically are seniors, it sounds like. And we have one more coming here. Caitlin Sprague being introduced. So quite a few senior cheerleaders here. Oh my gosh, we have one more coming down here. Oh, Kate Whitson will be the last cheerleader introduced, and she's also a senior. So wow, we had a senior-dominated cheerleading team. So it's been an exciting senior night for everybody. Again, we've had a great turnout here with the Wildcat fans, which we normally do for home games anyway. And the Eagles have a nice little crowd over there. And as we finish here with we finish up here with the seniors introductions for cheerleader, and we will get ready for the second half shortly here. We've got about 5 minutes left. The Midland Eagles are out on the field warming up here, talked about things, and the Wildcats are still in the locker room, and they'll be coming out here shortly, and then we'll get things loosened up. So we want to congratulate all these seniors. There's a lot of time that goes into their sports. I see the cheerleaders practicing every night after school, and the band is up early every morning. We're practicing right now for their halftime and their competitions and stuff like that. And Bree Hackman, I know, has been doing football and goes to the practices, and then she's the official video taper here. She's always up in the booth with us, and she goes to all the away games. And so we just want to give a big shout out and thank all these seniors for all that they've done for while they've been here at Central City, and congratulate them on this ending part, and then as they continue on through this year. I know some of these kids are still involved in other activities, so they'll be doing more senior night things. So we've got about 4.5 minutes left if you're just joining us. It's been a very entertaining first half. The Wildcats go into halftime leading 31-24, and as I mentioned, really entertaining. At the end of the first quarter, it was Central City 15, Midland 16. Isaiah Dam had 2 first-quarter touchdowns for the Wildcats, and Britt Martin had a couple touchdowns for the Eagles. And then in the second quarter, we had Keegan Kula catch a touchdown pass on a nice designed play. Got the pass from Ethan Ty, and then Marshall Vandevet on a scramble by Nick Reed got open in the end zone and came down with the touchdown pass. And then the Wildcats with there was about 2 minutes exactly, I believe, or just about 2 minutes. The Eagles took over, I believe, on their own 15-yard line and tried to drive down the field to do something right before halftime. And it was some great defense by the Wildcats, and the Eagles got down to about their 25-yard line, and it came down to 4th down, and Martin threw up kind of a floater. I wasn't sure who he was throwing it to because I felt like there was more Wildcats in the area than Eagles. But
We'll
anyway,
take it.
yeah, we'll take it. And Marshall Vandevet came down with the interception, and like Mr. Cronin said, I think maybe the Eagles were just thinking that the Wildcats would just be satisfied. There was 30 seconds, less than 30 seconds, just thinking, oh, they'll be satisfied just to knock that down or just intercept it and take a knee or whatever and just, knee it and
I didn't know
go
what we were
into.
going to do. I think there was 15 seconds. Was it?
I think there was just
Was it more than that?
just under 30 because there was about
Okay.
34 seconds I think when he threw it. So I mean, yeah, like 20 some or 18 some. Yeah, you're right. There wasn't very much,
Not
and
a lot.
I think that they just thought, oh, they'll just take a knee and go into halftime. And
We capitalized on it.
yeah, and Marshall did a really good job of securing the ball. And the impressive thing is that the Wildcats in front of Marshall turned around and started blocking. Everybody's like, block. And Dustin Ferris had a nice little block that sprung Marshall probably for another, 5, 6, 7 yards there. That really made a big difference. And so that was a huge play. And then we gained a first down by Nick Reed. And then there was a personal foul on the Eagles. Nick clearly went out of bounds, and they spun him around and threw him down. And so then there was a personal foul that put the ball down then about at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, so that was
Yeah.
a really
Or no,
big
the
play.
20. It was inside the. Was it inside the 20 or like
They brought it right at the 20, I think.
Yeah,
but I saw that direct angle, like to the out of bounds.
He was
from down
clearly
there.
out of bounds.
I mean, he was 3
running.
steps out of
Yeah.
bounds, and that kid decided to throw him.
Throw
I thought
him
he was going
down.
to hit the little
The
bench over
yeah.
there. That's what I was worried about.
And so that was huge. That's 15 more yards that they tacked on, and then there was and that pretty much after that there was a little clock thing, and then it ended up being about 5, 6 seconds, and then the Wildcats went ahead and pulled out the field goal there, and we think Marshall kicked about a 40-41-yard field goal.
Yeah,
And,
no, I think that's another
and that
school
was
record
huge.
there.
So there's 3 points that a lot of teams like not, thinking that they have that opportunity for that field goal. Really kind of it helped us. So we're up 24-31. Again, then the Wildcats, outscored them in the second quarter 16-8. So hopefully we can keep this momentum up. You were talking about how excited the guys were. We saw that body language right away at the beginning of the game, and they've been able to maintain that. So unfortunately, we're going to have to come right back out on defense here because Midland did defer to the second half. So
Yep.
in a way, that's okay. I want to see if our defense, we should be fired up here. And
The boys were fired up down at the senior night stuff. I
Yeah,
can tell you that
yeah.
much. They were ready to go.
Yep,
So
well,
Keegan was all wound
yeah,
up.
and they introduced and then they let them, and they took off sprinting. So hopefully we've got that momentum going, and we've got a good game plan in place, and just hopefully we can keep executing. To be honest, when we've stopped ourselves, we've stopped ourselves a couple times more than Midland really stopping us because of a couple penalties, and it's put us in like 3rd and long or 2nd and long. We just haven't been able to come that versus Midland really, we've been able to pass. We've done a nice job of mixing the pass in with the run, and
I think we've won the
Isaiah's
line-
running hard.
We've won the line of scrimmage. I mean, even with their big boys, at the end of the day, of the first half, I feel like our line was better than theirs. And we'll
Oh,
hope
for
that
sure.
that continues
Yeah,
with their size.
exactly.
But I felt like we were in the backfield more than they were, and we had push up front. So
We
that
just-
leads to time for Reed to throw, for
Yeah.
Ethan to get open,
Yep.
for Isaiah to get to that hole.
Yeah.
And those holes close quickly with their linebackers. But our boys did a nice job of capitalizing.
For sure. So they're getting their last warm-ups in here, and it's got 2 minutes on the clock. And as we mentioned, the Midland will receive the kickoff for the second half. And Marshall's been doing a great job, I think, of getting the ball into the end zone, except for this last one where we just wanted to kill the clock. They did have a little bit of a return, and then I think one other one, he did kick it a little short, and they got a little bit of a return. But the Wildcats have really done a pretty good job, and I know earlier in the year it was sort of a concern was kick coverage, and they've done a really good job tonight of getting down there the 2 times that there has been the opportunity for there to be a return. So
Yeah, you almost hope on this one that Marshall can kind of just
yeah.
kick it in the end zone. And,
Oh, for
and
sure.
Then
You
we
want
can
to. Then you don't have to worry about
not
that.
to worry about
yeah.
the coverage. So
Yep.
that's what I hope coming out of the half here that happens is they
For sure.
they kick it in the end zone and we capitalize. But should we give a
Yeah.
shout out to Next Bank
Yeah.
here as we got a
I
minute to
think,
go? Do I have the lines over here?
I do.
Looks like you do, Karth. It's on you.
All right. So, yeah, we always want to just say how much we appreciate Next Bank. They're the sole sponsor here for the Wildcat Sports YouTube channel that we started this year. And what's next on your list of financial goals? Wherever you're going next, Next Bank has a loan that's right for you. Your next car, your next home, even your next adventure. All are within reach with a Next Bank loan. Convenient locations in Central City, Waterloo, Cedar Rapids, Marion, and Coralville. Next Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. So, again, we appreciate all that Next Bank does, not just for the Wildcat Sports channel, but also just all the other areas that they help us in. We have a great relationship with them, and that's really a nice thing to have. So, we have a lot of seniors cheerleaders.
Yeah, we have a
if you've
ton. There's
noticed.
9,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
there was. 9 or
so
10.
it's kind of cool to recognize everybody. And again, just a shout out to all the seniors. It's a lot of hard work that goes into as the sports, whether you're out for sports or cheerleading or whatever. So there's practice and competitions and weekend stuff. So we appreciate these kids. Hopefully they're doing a great job. Hopefully the cheerleaders can keep the crowd fired up here for tonight's game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so anyway, Marshall's getting ready to tee it up here. And Midland's got one person deep. And so second half here is going to get underway as soon as the officials give us the okay. And
Here
here's
we
the
go.
run-up.
So there's a good boot there by Marshall Vanavec, and he's going to catch it in the
Yep,
end zone. So that's exactly what I
Yeah.
said we
Yep,
needed there.
Yep. 3 yards deep in the end zone, so that's going to be a touchback. So Midland's going to start 1st and 10 on their own 15-yard line.
This could be a huge possession here if the Wildcats
Yep.
can get a stop just to get that
Yes.
momentum back. It's
Exactly.
tough. Yeah, the timeout almost came at a bad time a little bit for us as
Yeah,
we had all
yeah.
the momentum, it felt like.
But that's just part of it, and so hopefully we can, like you said, get some big plays here. So the Eagles are going to come up to the line, and they're going to go kind of in their power package. They got Martin in the backfield with 2 other backs, and it's going to be a snap to Martin, and he's going to hand it off. And there is,
A gang
I
of
think
Wildcats.
I think that was Keegan because Dustin Ferris
Dustin
is out
came in
here.
late.
Yeah, so I think Keegan, he busted through that line. And then it was
Draven Silver in
Draven
there.
and Cole and Dustin, but I think that
Whole
was
crew.
Keegan who busted through and got Smith just after he took the handoff from Martin. And so there's that gain of 1, 2nd down and 9. So now we've got 2 receivers split to the left here. Eagles are going to the left, my left, and the Wildcats obviously to the right. Oh,
And there's a good
yeah,
pass there.
there's a
about
nice
15-yard
yeah.
pass.
So that's first down there. They pick up a first down and it's going to move the ball out here to the 30-yard line.
But, you know, field position battle there, we've been starting on the 30
Yeah.
out of the
Yeah.
kickoffs, and they just make a 15-yard
exactly.
pass, and they're on the 30.
Yeah, so now they're in their power package.
Going to be a run
and
right.
Yep,
Yep.
run right, and Martin's going to cut. Wow, there's
Oh,
Cole Silver
Cole with the
comes
big
in,
stick.
and Keegan was there too. Yeah, they had their power package to the right. Martin went that way, and he didn't see anything. He tried to cut it back just a little bit, and Cole Silver was right there to stop him. No gain on the play, and then Keegan was in there to help Cole clean up a little bit, and it's going to be 2nd and 10. Nice play there by the Wildcats.
Cole has given up 75 pounds to him,
Yeah.
and he just made that
tackle all by himself, yeah.
Yeah.
So Martin in the backfield, receiver split to the top. Martin's rolling out.
Pressure
There. Oh, and
another.
Nice. Oh, I think he made the catch, but
caught it.
man, Ethan Ty was right there. Great coverage. So picked up about 7 on the play, so it's going to be 3rd and 3. So Wildcats need a big play right here to potentially slow them down. I'm sure the Eagles will take 2 plays to get this, but let's just see what happens. You never know. So the Eagles are going to come up. They're at about their own 37-yard line. We got the power package in the backfield. They give it to Martin, and he just goes right up the gut. And then
Good tackle there by Marshall. He kind of
Marshall
just hung on.
jumped on top of him and brought him down after he picked up the first down. He went right up through the line of scrimmage. And I see Isaiah Dam is saying something to the official about hands to the face on that blocking there. So maybe that's something the officials will keep an eye on. So the Eagles are moving the ball down the field. They got 1st and 10. They're on the Wildcat 31-yard line. We've got Martin's going the opposite way, and right there is Draven Silver and a pack of cats right there.
Coach Myers is fired up with that one. Good pursuit.
They had their triple package there to the right, and I'm not sure, and you mentioned this, I don't know if Martin's reading that.
A yard or so?
Oh, man, they gave him, a yard. That could be.
Yeah, it might have happened.
Martin isn't going there. I don't know if he's got the read, if he thinks he can see if they're keying on Keegan or whatever, but he went to the left and didn't use that. So they got split receivers to the top of the field there. Snap to Martin. He turns and throws to the short, and right there is Ethan Ty. And Ethan Ty and Isaiah Dam. It's going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards there, so it's going to be 3rd and 5.
You can see we're still giving them about 8 yards coverage, and we're kind of forcing them to
take this
to try and
short.
work on and to be honest, when they've been throwing to the flats, they haven't been connecting on
right,
most of
not
them.
all
so
of them.
it's
Right,
worked so far.
Yeah.
Let's hope it continues.
So the Eagles are going to come up here. They're going to split those 2 receivers to the top again. They've got Martin and Smith in the backfield. Then it's be a pass, and the
receiver fell.
The receiver fell down, and Martin, and I don't know, that would have been a tough catch because that was a high pass. And
4th down, Karth.
Yeah,
4th and 5.
4th
Let's go.
and 5. So this is a big play because I'll tell you what, they're going to give us the ball. I mean, potentially at the 25-yard line. So huge play right here for the Wildcats defense. And so they've got the power package.
Martin, they're going to give it to Martins here. Let your best player make a play.
And there it is. And
there it is.
And we stopped
it.
him.
Let's go.
The Wildcats. There he is. There's Ethan Ty right in there.
Ethan.
You know, you talked about they've been blitzing Ethan a lot, and I think he blitzed right up into that hole. And I tell you what, our D-line, they won that line of scrimmage and stood the Eagle line up, and it allowed our linebackers and Ethan to come in. And great play. We're taking over at the 25-yard line. So is that no gain on that?
No gain on that.
No gain.
I don't really think he moved anywhere.
I know.
So we have Nick Reed split out, Isaiah Dam in the spinner back, and he kind of runs into Marshall. So
that wasn't a good play. I don't know if that wasn't. He ran into Marshall twice.
I think he went to hand and he took a step forward and bumped into Marshall, and that's where the connection kind of happened.
So no gain on that play, unfortunately, for the Wildcats.
So we will hope the Wildcats can get a little movement here. We have Reed split out left this time. We have kind of the same formation with Isaiah Dam at the spinner back. Looking like they're going to run the same play to the opposite side. And Isaiah makes a good cut back, but there's 2 or 3 Midland defenders waiting for him. So it's going to be 3rd and long, probably 3rd and 10. Yeah, roughly 3rd and 10 here for the Cats. So not the not the first 2 plays that we
No,
want, but
no.
our passing has
Yes.
worked. So on 3rd and 10, it looks like Ethan Ty is headed back in. So that means we're potentially going to look to air it out. He's been able to get himself open quite a few times here tonight. So 31-24 in favor of Central City with 7 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Wildcats have that bunch formation here on the right side with also Marshall Vandebeck kind of tight on the left side. So it's going to be a pass. And Reed has not a lot of time.
Oh, and he should have hit short right
Yeah,
there.
Isaiah
Isaiah was wide open. He's telling Nick, but Nick kind of locked on to his receivers, and he was being pressured. So that's something that they can come back to. Those 2 receivers went deep, and Isaiah came right underneath, and he would have been open, probably would have been close to a first down. So unfortunately, the Wildcats aren't able to do anything after that fourth down stop. So the Wildcats are going to have to punt.
Yep, so they have twins on each side here with Reed in the backfield. He's really short on their punts, and he's only about 6 yards deep, 5 yards. Oh, no, they're going to run it. They're going for it.
This is scary.
And he's got a man wide
open.
Marshall Vandebeck is wide open, and he's running into the end zone here.
Oh, yes.
Great
it's going to be a
cutback.
touchdown, Wildcats. Oh, my gosh, what a play. Wow.
So that was
That
a
was
risky call
guts
by
right
Coach
there.
Myers,
Wow.
and it paid off. So the Wildcats now are up 37-24. So we go to the kind of our punt formation, and as soon as Reed snapped it, I saw that he wasn't punting because he started scrambling right. He was under a little pressure, and Marshall's wide open.
I think that was a call from Nick because you know what? The last 2 times when we punted, we did those quick punts. We didn't really go back into our normal punt formation, and we had that same formation with the twin receivers to the right and left. So I think the Midland was just like, oh, he's just going to do a quick kick, and there
that
was
is
probably
a huge momentum swing right there. So that
was
is big
time. Fourth and 10. And there's the extra point is going to be
I think it's good.
Yes.
Absolutely. So Marshall Vandebeck is money again. He's made all of them tonight plus a field goal, right?
Well, he missed the 1 field goal, and he's made all the extra points.
But he made 1 field goal.
Yeah,
so he's 1 of 2 from field goal, and then he's
all of his extra points.
So that's pretty consistent for a high school kid. That's
kidding.
pretty. NFL kickers don't do that.
We were just talking about how next year we're going to have some Iowa coaches in the stands.
Yeah, man, he can kick the ball. That's for sure.
So Marshall gets another touchdown. That's 2 touchdowns tonight for Marshall. That's got to be a career for him for 2 in one night. I mean, I think he scored, but I don't know that he's had 2 touchdowns in a game. But anyway, hey, let's keep it up. Hopefully he gets about 2 or 3 more.
Yeah, I tell you what, this is a huge drive again. Once again, if the
I've got the faith.
Shout out to Di. Listening in.
Diana
Telling Karth
Hackman.
to keep the faith.
I've got it. I've
always got it. No one's sending me messages, Karth.
All right. So, wow, huge call. And I think, that's kind of the unique thing by having Nick, who doesn't need to take a big, long
He can punt the ball 45, 50 yards
with like one step. Yeah, that's
unreal.
what he did. And I think that allows us to have that offensive ball's going to stop.
Oh, and
it's a fumble. And
no, he touched it.
He touched it inside. That can't be a penalty.
They blew the flag, but he touched it, so there's no way that can be
There's no way that can be a penalty.
He called it for jumping on him.
He might pick that flag up. Yeah, he's going to pick that up.
That can't be a penalty. That maybe was for the fumble. Maybe he was saying it as a fumble. Because if he touched that inbounds, that's going to just be a down ball right there at the 5-yard line.
No, they're blowing it as a flag, it looks like.
Oh, that's crap.
He called a personal foul for hitting him.
Oh, it might have been a personal foul for hitting him after.
But they were going it was a loose ball.
But we can't see if the ball's out of bounds, too, over there. It could have been 3 yards out of bounds.
That's a tough call.
No, they called
No, they're just saying that it went out of bounds.
It went out of bounds without touching it, he said. I don't understand that.
Well, I guess, because that puts the ball out to the 25-yard line.
So on the kick, he's saying it went out of bounds. So we can't really see that sideline, to be fair.
It could have.
And there is I don't know, there's a new rule in college, and I don't know if it's the same thing in high school, but if the if the returner's feet are out of bounds when the ball is kicked and he touches it while his foot is out,
It's out of
that
bounds.
is also a penalty.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's.
Well, they're giving it to the Eagles, so that's all right. The Eagles are going to start the ball just at the 25,
Yeah.
so the Wildcats just have to keep working here on D. There's a high snap, and Martin takes it, but Dustin Ferris is right there, and there's going to be and there's going to be a hold, hopefully against the Eagles. They threw the flag in right at the foot of one of the offensive linemen, and that's. They're talking, they're talking to the Wildcats. So, yeah, hey, what do you call that?
Yeah, that's karma.
That's karma, man.
That's karma right there.
We thought maybe we got taken advantage of that we didn't get that break there on that kickoff, and but then first play, which there wouldn't have been I don't know if he did anything, he gained a yard.
Yeah.
But
now you have
first and 20.
20 plus, it looks like.
First and 20 from the 15, so they move it back 10 yards on the because it happened right at about the line of scrimmage. So first and 20, big hold call there on the Eagles. So it's going to be Martin in the back with the two blockers there, and he's just going to go to his right, and he's around the corner. And
good tackle.
Nice job. That was.
Who was that on the
Cole
play?
Silver.
I thought he was
Silver
gone.
came from the side there and came in behind, and Cole Silver's given up about 100 pounds, or about maybe 80 pounds.
I mean, they had a blocker in front, and it was Marshall versus the blocker, plus a 225-pounder, and Cole came out of nowhere. I didn't see him.
That was great hustle. Unfortunately, it is a first down for the Eagles. There it is again, but this time Martin is tripped up, but he keeps his feet.
It's a great run by Martin.
Yeah, and he got tripped up. The Wildcats did a great job of getting up there, but he just kept his balance and kind of stumbled forward and picked up. They're going to give him about 6 yards, I guess.
I tell you what, though, he's kind of slow to get up, and he's gimping. He's been carrying the ball quite a bit here, and it's that's a concern for Midland. I mean, if you're going to carry a kid 52 times in a game, and what do you?
He's under center now with the I formation, so he's going to turn and hand it to Alex Smith, a little stop and go, and is that Cole Silver again?
Alex Smith's ball carrier.
No,
that
is Ethan Ty.
Yeah, Ethan.
I tell you what, Ethan Ty and Cole Silver have really impressed me tonight.
Ethan's had a great game.
Yeah,
defensively.
They're making tackles on guys that they're giving up 50 pounds easy.
Yeah,
and
they're hitting them.
They're hitting them. Yeah,
they're
they're not just like tripping them, going low, and they're tackling them hard. And so anyway, first and 10, he did pick up the first down. So we've got the power package, and Martins looks like he's going to run, and then he stops and he throws it.
Good open field tackle by Marshall, too.
There it is. Yeah, Marshall, a great open field tackle. Picks up about 7.
Yeah.
A little more than you'd want to see on first down there, but it's going to move the ball down to about the Wildcat 27-yard line.
So we have a shout-out here from Keith Knight, who is Nick Reed's uncle in Florida. So
nice. And he was listening to the volleyball game the other night.
That's awesome.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
And there's the snap, and he's going to go up the middle, and there's Tripp. That time, I think Marshall just stuck his arm out and tripped him up.
Might have tripped on the 20-yard line there.
The 20-yard line. So the Wildcats here have to get something going. We've got 4:51 left in the third quarter. It's 38-24 Wildcats. And Wildcats stopped the Eagles on the first drive to start the second half. And we need to get a stop here and give ourselves. There's a handoff to Smith, and he lunges forward for a couple. There's Cole Silver, and Keegan's getting slowly up, but he's still in there.
He's a pretty tough kid.
Oh, yeah. So he picked up about 3, maybe 4 on that, 2nd and 6. So they're inside the 20. So right now, Wildcats really have to step up here and make some kind of a play. There's under center. He hands off. I know right there. There's Cole,
Keegan.
They did a little blitz. I think Draven Silver was right there. That didn't fool anybody. When they go under center, obviously it's hard for the quarterback, unless you're doing the quarterback keeper, to have any kind of momentum. So they pretty much always hand it off to that Smith. So big play right here. Third and about 7 maybe.
There's been 3 times, though, we've been in the backfield here, and we haven't made the tackle in the backfield, and they've got about 4 or 5 yards out of it. So hopefully we can get in the backfield and finish the play here.
So here's their power package. They got Martins with 2.
Run right.
2 backs in there. Oh, fumble. And
fumble
the Wildcats
recovered
got it
by
by Keegan. It's Keegan and
Doesn't matter. Wildcats.
No,
Let's go.
no, that's not Keegan. That was Dustin Ferris.
Was that Ferris?
And somebody else were fighting over
Can't
it
tell.
over there. Yeah, all right. I'll tell you what, that was a low snap, and Martin looked up to see what was going on, and it kicked off his shin, and there was 2 Wildcats right there pounced on it. So
Do not like to see Keegan Cool over here
I
getting
think
worked
he's
on
just
by the
I think he
trainer.
might just have a cramp. It looks like they're kind of like trying to stretch his
Hope.
stretch his leg out, but we need him out there. So, wow, we needed that. 3:37 left in the third quarter. Wildcats are up 38-24, and they turn the Eagles back again.
Cats are going twins left and twins right here with Nick Reed, and Nick's getting a lot of pressure, and he's going to just – oh, he throws it
that,
to
and
Marshall.
Is that Marshall?
Marshall Vandevac comes
Yes.
to he stops
Marshall's
on his route
had
and ends up
nice.
having a nice throw by Nick Reed, so we got about a 17-yard gain.
Marshall-
Nick kind of – go ahead.
No, Marshall's had those 2 nice sideline catches there.
Yeah, so that one, we're twins left, twins right. There was a lot of pressure. 2 guys were rushing Reed. Reed kind of scrambles out of it. He's about to get hit. Just throws it. I didn't think Marshall was going to stop. I don't know if that was design
I
or
thought
just
he-
a read, but it was a great – either way, it was a great play.
I thought Nick was just throwing it away. He kind of threw it so low. So here we go. You got it.
Oh, he's saying clock. One guy.
There.
Yeah, no, you did the right thing.
Oh, that was
So
not a bad idea there. What do you think? Bubble screen,
Yeah, I think
screen
we were looking for
pass or
bubble screen.
something? Just not a good pass from Nick to Ethan. Had to dive for it. So
So the Cats now have a 2nd and basically 10, so they run a little bubble screen and don't get anything out of it. But here we have a 14-point lead. We got the clock running. We have
Second and
3
10.
minutes to
Yep.
go in the third. So Wildcats are going to bring Isaiah Dam back out to run the spinner back action here. Got Marshall Vandevac and Draven Silver as the other backs in the backfield. And Isaiah Dam, direct snap to him. He gains about
well,
3.
nice,
Well, great.
nice little run there. He's still.
He kind of
still-
pulled the Martins on that one. He
Yeah.
got hit at the line and got about an extra 4.
now we got something going on here, and hopefully it's the Wildcats are maintaining their composure. And I think the Eagles are getting a little frustrated, but that can't be a hold because that came in
has
way
to be a late hit, I'm assuming. I'm not sure who it's on.
or a personal foul there.
So it's on one of us, but
It's got to be on one of us. It's not going to be on anybody else.
yeah, they're
Yeah,
moving back.
they're looking.
So 66, it looks like, had a late hit, which I saw him have one
Personal
early, too,
foul.
that didn't get called.
Yep,
So
there
that's-
you
he's
go.
getting
There you
frustrated.
go.
Yeah, so he must
Do
have got
you-
frustrated because that ref was very confident that it was a late hit because
That
he
was-
threw it with authority.
Yeah.
So-
Personal foul on the Eagles.
That is
and,
a huge
That's
call,
a first
too.
down because it would have been 3rd down and probably about 7 for
Yeah.
us. And so that's going to put us in Eagles territory.
Keeps the clock running.
Keeps the clock running. It's-
36-yard line. We're
yeah,
getting ready to.
We're in business here.
Yeah, you score here, and their season is in jeopardy.
All right.
So Wildcats have, it looks like Cole Silver. Isaiah and Cole, I believe, were in the backfield,
Ooh.
and Isaiah kind of gets hit but bounces off and gains about 4 on the play. He's kind of met at the line and kind of stops, bounces off a guy, and then gets an extra
He
3
had his
yards.
hands
So
right on the back of his blocker. I thought he'd go straight up, but he kind of cut out. But, yeah, a nice run. Nice gain on first down. About, 4 yards? Big 4 yards, maybe short 5
yeah,
there.
so 2nd and 6 it looks
Yeah.
like for the Cats, and they're gonna milk a little clock, which
Yeah.
they should.
Yep.
Isaiah's taking his time to get into position here, and
We just
he's
don't
gonna-
want to have that delayed game, and let's try to see if we can't punch this in here.
So Wildcats go to the spinner back formation. Same situation here. It looks like it could be coming left, and it is. Isaiah is following his blockers. He
Nice
did a great job.
Good
Yeah.
blocking and great run.
Sometimes kids get really antsy to just get to the hole. Isaiah did a really good job.
I thought he got I thought he got up there a little further, but they're giving him about 4 on that. So what? 3rd and 1? Is that a long one there?
Yeah, so looks like it's a long one potentially here. Isaiah's holding his hand, I think, coming off to the side.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
hopefully
he's okay.
he's all right. That's gonna
so that brings out Nick Reed for Isaiah, and it also puts Ethan Ty kind of in Isaiah's spot. So we'll see what the Cats draw up here. Oh, they put Keegan Kula under center, and they're going to go. No, Keegan pulled.
Oh, he pulled
pulled out from center, and the ball got snapped.
But I think the Wildcats recovered.
Wildcats recovered. It should be our ball still.
Yeah,
so.
and just about maybe a loss of a half. Yeah, that they've done that in the earlier where it's been a little closer than that, and I guess we did lose.
That brings about 4th and 3, I think, for
Keegan
the Cats here. So.
Has taken the snap before and has sneaked it, but it's like he pulled out, and then as he was pulling out,
ball was snapped and it bounced off.
Yeah, and so I'm not sure. There was just a little miscommunication there. So the Wildcats are all right. We got 4th down in about 3. So let's see what we can do here.
You have Nick Reed in the shotgun. You have trips right here. So Cats are going to run a play, and Reed has some. Oh, he's got some room to Keegan Kula on the left side. He doesn't have the wheels on that side, but he is a trucking along, and he looks at this. Probably guy 100 pounds lighter than him.
That's about the same play that he scored the touchdown. The Eagles, we put those triple receivers in there on the right-hand side, and Keegan just blocks, looks like he's going to block, and he slips out there, and that was a huge play. That's the last play of the 3rd quarter, and that's going to put it at 38-24 here, and the Wildcats are going in. And I'll tell you what, hopefully Isaiah's not hurt bad. They're still looking at his hand.
Yeah.
Hopefully, because this is going to be a situation where, we're still going to have to throw in a pass every now and then, but we're going to want to run, and we've been doing a good job of running the ball.
We've been getting 3 to 4 yards.
I mean,
But our pass game has kind of moved the ball a lot tonight too, so you kind of want to keep. You don't want to shy away from that too much. I feel like you still want to be aggressive here. So. And I think Coach Myers knows that. That was an aggressive play call again.
Yep.
He's been doing that all night, and he's been rewarded for some fantastic play calls.
So it's just, I mean, you can't play to lose right now. We've got the momentum.
Wildcats score here, and this is close, Karth. If we play the right way, it could be done.
So, we just got to keep like we talked about in volleyball. We just got to keep the pedal on the gas. You can't let up, and make some good plays. So it looks like Isaiah's back in.
And the Wildcats jump there. Looks like Ferris might have got a little antsy to get moving. So that's going to kind of put us at a first.
Bummer.
You know what, though?
It's 1st and goal.
1st and goal, but it's 1st and 10. So go earn it now. So
1st and 10. Or it's going to be 1st and goal from the 10. So
Wildcats look like they'll have Isaiah in the spinner back with Draven and
Cole.
Cole's kind of getting a little more time in the backfield, and he's a tough kid. So there's
there
a great
goes.
block by Cole.
Outside.
And that's a touchdown, Wildcats.
Yes. Wildcat touchdown, Isaiah Dam. Great job, Cole. We just talked about Cole. He's a tough little guy. He got up through that hole, and there was great blocking over there on that side of the field there for the Wildcats.
Yeah, so that's big. That's big for the Wildcats here, as now this is a 3-score game for sure. It could be a 21-point game here with a completed extra point.
The Wildcats.
That's good.
There it is, Marshall Vanderbilt with the Wildcats. Though we can't give up that big play.
Yeah.
You know what? If we're going to give up a score,
that's been their only touchdowns. Three
big plays.
50-yard runs. That's it.
Yeah.
We've been the better team most of the game here tonight.
So we just got to play tough defense. It's 11:55 left in the 4th quarter. It's 45-24. Wildcats are up, and the thing is, if they're going to score on us, let's make it be a 4-minute drive.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we got to limit the big play. And we've got to continue to stuff them at the line, or they get 3 or 4 yards and you live with it. At this point.
That's what I mean. If they're going to score on us, make it be because it's 3, 4, 5 yard pickup here, maybe a short pass, and you stop. And we just got to keep executing our game plan. We talked about Coach has a great game plan on defense, and Martin has just hurt us those 3 times. But this is exciting. So we're going to have Marshall Vandervet here teeing it up, and he's going to be kicking off. We've got 2 Midland Eagles back there, and this one's a high, short one, and it's going to hit and take a weird bounce, and there's
Cole
Silver.
Big hit.
And Ethan Ty. Those two guys have just really done a huge job tonight. And the Wildcats are fired up. They're telling the crowd, let's go, let's hear it. And let's have some defense out there, guys. This will be a huge, huge, huge series right here. We need to make them take some time off the clock. And to keep that pressure on at the line, just make sure we're playing within ourselves. So Wildcats or the Eagles have it at the 15-yard line, and we've got the bunch package, the power package, and Martin just kind of, and they're just what we were talking about.
Yep, that's what
and,
we can't have happen there, but we did
luckily,
make the tackle.
That was Marshall Vandevet who did go low and tripped him up, but we can't let him get 10 and 15-yard chunks. We've got to let him get 4 and 5-yard chunks and take some time off. Plus, he got out of bounds. So Wildcats here. On that first down, they did stop the clock, but they got it going again. It's going to be at the 29-yard line of the Eagles. And, again, now it's just going to be Martin in the back, and they're just going to run at us. And
good tackle,
there we
about
go.
2-3 yards.
Yep, that's what we need right
That's
there.
okay,
If they're going
yeah.
to do that, then let's go ahead and let's do 3 yards in a cloud of dust. And if we do that, we are going to win.
Absolutely. So we're okay with that right here.
Yeah.
So their line got a good push on that one, but our boys closed the gap.
Yeah.
So they're in that same formation. It's going to be a run for Martin most likely. And there it is to the right side this time. And
Come
he's
on,
going to be
get him.
met,
Oh,
but
and we
he
had him.
bumps out. But then he's tackled.
Come on.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Jeez, that took a long time to bring him
good.
down.
Hopefully he's slow getting up
Ooh,
here.
we got
Looks
somebody
like
down.
somebody. Is that us?
That's
Is
us,
that
yeah.
Marshall? Nope.
Ethan.
Cole or Ethan? Yep, Ethan. So Ethan's been kind of banged up here a little bit all night, and hopefully he's okay and can shake off whatever it is and come back in, because I tell you what, he's had a heck of a game. So they're going to he's going to come off. They're going to come over to the sideline here. Actually, this isn't, I mean, I don't want anybody to be hurt, but this gives the Wildcats a chance to catch our breath. The Eagles have the ball at midfield, and they're just lining up with Martin in the shotgun with two Eagles on each side of him, and they're just having him run. And
that's been their best play most of the night, is just following him, which it was against Springville too. Watched a little bit
he
of that
ran
film
52 times against Springville.
Yeah.
So,
but you look here and you hope that Ethan's still down, so
Yeah.
hopefully he'll be okay here.
and I'm going to go ahead and we'll take this opportunity to give a shout out to Next Bank. What are you saving for? Whether it's retirement, your child's education, a new car, or just a rainy day, Next Bank has the right savings account for whatever's next for you. Next Bank is committed to help you achieve what's next for your financial dreams. Bank on your success with Next Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Ethan's going to get up and walk off,
Good.
so that's a good thing here for the Wildcats.
Yep.
is
He's
holding
cutting his arm a little bit,
Yeah,
but
armor.
hopefully he'll be okay. And because, like I said, he's had a great night. So Jack Kramer's going to step in for Ethan right now. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the Wildcat 39-yard line. And there's Martin's. Oh, there's a false start. Nice. So that's going to move it back 5 yards. So it'll be 1st and 15 for the Eagles. That puts the ball back at the Eagle 36-yard line.
Bring up 1st and 15 for the
And
36-yard line.
looks like they're going with the same package, just no receivers. And there's a low snap, but he picks it up, and he's going to reverse his field. He stiff arms Draven, hits a Wildcat and spins, and gets up. And we've got
Martin keeps the ball.
we got an Eagle getting up slow, and he picked up about 8, so it'll be 2nd down and 2 or a long 1, however you want to look at it here. And it's going to be placed just short of the 30-yard line, so about the 31-yard line of the Wildcats. So
there's been that potential for breakthroughs here,
but
though. We got to sure that.
Wildcats,
That up.
Oh no, that was us but nothing. There's the snap, and Martin is met right there, and Cole Silver tripped him up, and he held on as much as he could. And
somebody else has to finish that tackle there.
Somebody's got to come in and help Cole. Cole had him in the backfield, and he ended up getting about 4 yards on that. So, but the clock's running. We're down to 10 minutes here, and there is 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Let's go, Wildcats. And now they're going to the I formation.
They jumped
Hey, there's
again.
another jump on the Eagles there, number
same kid.
85. No, so that's going to move it back 5 yards. They went to the I formation that time with Martin up underneath center, and changed it up a little bit, and they messed themselves up, and so it's going to move the ball back, and it's going to be at the 31. So their same thing under center with Martin. He's going to turn,
Sweep.
pitches it out here to Smith, and Smith runs around, and dang it. Come on, get him.
Isaiah makes a great tackle
damn,
on the open field.
makes a nice tackle there, and it is going to be a first down.
But it does give you the opportunity to run a little bit
Yep,
more clock.
yep,
That's the big thing
yep.
is once they reset it here.
It's going to be inside at the 4-yard line, 1st and goal, and
We have 9 minutes and 44 seconds to go, just so you're aware, and Central City is up 21. Score is 45-24 Cats. So keep that clock ticking here if you're the Wildcats, and let's get out of here with a W.
So now they go back to the shotgun power formation with 2 backs on either side of Martin. There's the snap, and he just goes straight ahead, and
That's a touchdown.
there's going to be an Eagle touchdown.
So, yeah, that's a tough one
Yep.
there for the Wildcats. But at the end of the day, that's really the first time that the Eagles have shown the ability to drive on the Cats. I mean, they've
Yep.
had big plays, and when Martins has space, it's tough to tackle him. He's the beast.
So the Eagles will try to go for 2 here.
So these extra points are
Yep.
big as well.
They go to the I formation, and they're
QB
just
sneak.
he is just going to take it in.
Oh,
Man,
oh.
I thought he was short. He just got in. Wow, just
Close,
got
very
in.
close on that
Keegan
one.
was he didn't get that was tough. Well, so it's with 9:24 left, it's 32-45. Wildcats are up. So Wildcats here are going to get come over here and get some instructions, and then we'll have the kickoff. While we have this break, I think we need to mention yesterday was the conference cross-country meet. You and I went to that.
Yeah.
And Emily Stahl for the Springville Central City team won in dominating fashion by over a minute.
Yep.
And she is a 4-time conference champion at cross country.
That's crazy.
And I'd have to look back at the Tri-Rivers, and I mean, I know North Lynn had some pretty dominating cross country teams in the past, but I don't know that they potentially could have, and I'm not going to say she's the only one, but there probably are not very many 4-time cross-country conference champs. So shout out to Emily and the rest of the team. I didn't hear how the team finished. Did you? I don't know if you heard. And then
neither
the boys
team had very high team finishes.
But congratulations to Emily on just a fantastic cross-country season, and she'll be running next Thursday. The team will be running at Dyke, New Hartford, I saw. Is
Katie
where
Flitch got 19th, which was our second finisher
finished
there from Central
up
City.
there, so that's great. So we're getting ready here, and Midland's getting ready to kick off, and they're just going to do an onside kick, and it goes out of bounds. And now, how does that work? Because
Thinking you take it to the spot there. Or you can
do you
have
get
them
it at
you
the
can back it up,
35? Yeah, I mean, I would take it at the 35. No, instead of messing around with onside kicks and
again,
crap.
yeah.
I mean, you just never know what's going to happen, and we're in great field position.
That's what Coach Myers is going to do here, it looks
let's
like.
just take it at the 35.
So we are up 13 now with 9:24 to go, and we have the ball. So let's hope that we can put a little drive together. Honestly, whether we score or not, it'd be great to score here. But if we can put 5-6 minutes left this clock, that'd put you in a much
pretty
better
nice.
position here.
Yeah. So, yep, we're going to get the ball, it looks like, at the 35-yard line.
They're figuring it out here. I think it's 35, but I could be wrong.
Well, that's where it went out,
Yeah.
pretty much.
I don't know the ruling on some of that, so
Yeah.
looks like, that's right
Yep.
where it's at. So 35-yard line, Isaiah Dam is going to be in the spinner back position. He's got Cole Silver with him in the back, and then he's also got Draven Silver as kind of the short lead blocker. Snap to Isaiah. He's going around the right side. He runs hard over to that
Puts
right
his head
side.
down.
Gets maybe a yard, half a yard. But regardless, he stays in bounds. He's kind of getting up gimping. That's not a good sign either. but that'll bring up 2nd and 9 here for the Wildcats. Roughly 9 minutes to go. Nick Reed's been kind of signaling for us to wait for the clock as much as possible for the last 5 minutes. So he's coming into and he's kind of stalling on the call here, which is smart. He's going to split out left. Isaiah again with Cole and Draven. And the snap by Brady Koba goes to Isaiah, who then hands it to
that wasn't
Cole.
a very good designed play. I mean, Isaiah's either got to run and there's no way Marshall's going to be able to do anything against.
There was just too many guys there. So
yeah. Not a good play there for the Wildcats, what we wanted here.
3rd and 11 now, so a loss of 2 roughly on the play.
There's a loss of
So it looks
3rd
like
and 11 to the Wildcats.
maybe some of the smaller guys are headed back in, so it could be passing opportunity here for the Cats. It's kind of one of those, what do you want more? You want the clock running or not? But I think in this situation you go for the first down here. So you have Twins left, and you have, I believe, Marshall split right. We've had some success passing all night. Nick Reed's going to scramble to the right. He's going to throw it to.
Nice catch by Marshall. Did he bring it down?
He got it down. But he's about 4 yards short of the first down, unfortunately, which brings up a 4th and
But you know
4.
what? If we punted it, now we're in a better opportunity to deaden it down further.
This is a tough call here because really you don't gain that many yards by punting.
But a little bit, you don't. I feel like the thing is you want them to take more time. I mean,
But if you go for it, you're the game. I mean, you're controlling the game. So this is a tough one with a two possession lead. I know. We'll see what the Cats do. It looks like they're going to go to that formation that we're not going to really know because he could punt it.
Yep.
You got Reed back.
And now they don't have anybody back, and they're going for it.
They're going for it, and they got somebody open, but.
Oh, he tried to punt it. You better fall on it.
Yep. So then somebody picks it up here, and we're.
That's not
what we needed
not what
there.
we wanted, because now they're going to get it in even better field position.
There is a flag though, so that is interesting. So I think he hit the kicker, which could be another thing. That's what Midland's been doing, and we didn't know what the ruling would be on that. But in that situation, you almost want whoever that was that picked it up, you almost want them just to fall there. So kind of a jumbled up play. I'm not sure what the officials are going to rule.
He definitely wasn't over the line of scrimmage.
I would assume roughing the kicker, but I don't know the ruling on that, I guess. Midland's worked up on their sideline, so I'm assuming it's on them.
Huh. Interesting, man. We've been seeing all kinds of stuff tonight. This has been.
That's an FYI. So we'll see what the ruling is on this, but this one is big here with 7:42 to go. You either have Midland with the ball on the 20-ish, on our 20, getting ready to score, or you have roughing the kicker, automatic first down.
I don't know if it's an automatic first.
It is in high school, I'm pretty
is
sure.
It? Because in college and the NFL,
it's
there's
running
they
into
have
it,
two.
or
They have roughing or running into.
I don't think we do in high school.
See,
I think it's just one 15-yard penalty, which is a first down.
So
this will be interesting, and the refs are taking their time, and that's probably right on this. You want to make sure you get this one right.
So there's 7:42 left. It's 32-45. Wildcats are ahead. Wildcats had the ball. It's 4th down and about 4 yards to go, and they went for it. And Nick was getting rushed and tried to punt it then. And there's a flag down, and we did we fell on it. It was blocked.
We picked it up and ran.
Keegan picked it up to run, but the flag came out before Keegan picked it up.
Yeah, so I'm not sure.
Well, now they're going back that way. Why are you going back? We're giving them the ball.
I'm not sure what's.
So they're getting the ball at the 10-yard line?
Wait.
So they say we got the ball, and now they're going to. Hey, that can't be right.
They just changed the. I'm not sure what just happened here. But
they can't move the ball that way if the penalty was on them.
Unless they're accepting that, and then that would be a repeat of 4th down. So I'm confused on what the ruling.
They shouldn't. They went the wrong way.
It's got to be first down. It's got to be 4th down.
So they're coming over to explain to Coach Myers. I think they're going to rule that that's their ball on the.
Well, they pointed the penalty at Midland, but then they marked it off against us.
So they they did screw up, and Myers just corrected them. So
it should
be the other way. Yeah, so they are changing it there, and that's I was going to say that doesn't make any sense. So
but Midland's still going to have the ball.
No, because it's penalty. So it'd be 15 yards. It's going to be our ball. It depends on where the spot is. I'm confused on what is going on. I have no idea what's happening right now, Garth. I'm going to be honest with you. Usually I'm pretty.
Well, it must have been something that happened. The holding must have happened. There must be saying on the run back. I don't know what. I don't know how Midland got the ball, but there was a penalty, and now. Anyway, needless to say, while Midland's got the ball inside the 30, it's a pitch to Smith, and he's going to do a halfback pass.
That is a huge change right there.
Yes, and that was not what the Wildcats wanted. We just gave Midland now score with taking 10 seconds off. So the Wildcats were anticipating run, and it was a halfback pass in the Eagles' score. And so Wildcats need to come back and need to get things figured out here.
Yeah, we're in a little bit of
we're
trouble
in a little bit of panic mode.
Yeah, we've got to get a stop here, and looks like we got some pressure, and he's going to throw it up.
Yes.
Which is
no good.
Yeah, we're good. We're
nice.
Good.
So with 7:36 left, it's 38-45. Wildcats are up, and we've been doing a really, really, really good job of taking away the big plays and making Midland earn it or take it over. And we've had a little shift here of momentum. The Wildcats stalled out there on their last drive, and I don't know. I get going for it, but on the other hand, you kind of have the game, make them earn it. But we tried to do a punt, and they got it down, and then they scored on about a 20-yard pass play there. So 7:36 to go now. It's getting tight. It's 38-45. So 7-point lead for the Wildcats. Wildcats are going to get the ball back, and hopefully we've been getting some good field position on these kick returns. And actually, they tried an onside kick last time, and we had the ball at the 35-yard line.
We have our hands team in again.
Yeah, we just weren't able to take advantage of it. So we'll see what's going to happen. To me, there's 7 minutes left. And if I was the Eagles, I would maybe try to potentially punt it away or kick it away myself. But we'll see what happens here. Marshall is deep.
He's the only guy deep.
He's the only guy deep. And they have been punting it short anyway. We've been getting it up around the 30. So they kind of kick it straight down the middle. Marshall's going to pick it up. He's got some blockers in front. No, he's not using them. No, don't run backwards, Marshall. No. And,
you got to get down in that situation there.
Marshall got tackled, and unfortunately the Wildcats are going to – he should have just, go straight up. But anyway, you want to try to make something, and I guess they're going to say 15, so that's just like a touchback.
Yeah, Wildcats are in a situation here. We got to move the football here.
Yeah, we got to get some first downs.
7:30 to go, 45-38 in favor of the Wildcats. They'll have Cole Silver check out here. He was in. He comes out.
Yep.
So you have Jack Kramer split left. You have Isaiah split left. I think Marshall split right. Nick at shotgun. And there's a snap. It's going to be handed to Isaiah. And that's
nice.
He's got some room. He's got some.
He just tripped up.
Just got tripped up. There's 2 flags, which I think there's going to be a block in the back there or a block below the knee. Two officials blew that one. So.
Man,
I was wondering a little bit on that block out there, but I couldn't really see.
Yep, they're calling holding.
That'll be a penalty against the Wildcats.
So, tough break there.
It's going to move the ball back from that spot 10 yards, so it's going to be like a
1st and 14, 15.
Yeah, about a 5-yard loss it looks like. So we're going backwards instead of forwards here, guys. We got to kind of get our composure and get some stuff happening.
So 7 minutes and 15 seconds remain. Wildcats are in shotgun formation here again. They have Dam coming across. He stays parallel here, and it's going to be Nick Reed with the design draw, and that doesn't happen very often, but he makes a good little run out of it, and he's got a 10-yard gain. So good play call there, and that puts the Wildcats in that 2nd and 4 that we've been talking about.
Yeah, that's a huge play there. 2nd and 4 versus, 2nd and 12. Can do a little more here.
Yeah, so this is a good position for the Wildcats compared to what we were just in. But we have 6 minutes and 35 seconds to go, so the Wildcats are doing a good job of letting this clock keep running. That's what you need to do here. We are going shotgun again. You have Marshall on an island on this side. I think you have Isaiah and Cole on the other side. No, Ethan and Cole.
No, Ethan's out.
Ethan's still out. Okay. So we're
There's
going
Cole
design run for Cole Silver, who runs hard.
Nice run, and that's going to be close to a first down. I think he
got hit at about the line of scrimmage, and he got about 4 on his own.
He sliced in there, and that was a huge run by Cole. There's a big first down for the Wildcats. Just an injury update. Ethan is on the bench, and it doesn't look like he's going back in. He's got some warm-ups on over there, and he's no helmet. So I think Ethan's done. That's going to be unfortunate for the Wildcats because he's had a great night tonight. He's caught two big catches, and he's been great on defense. So hopefully we can fill in here and finish without him.
Yeah, so Nick Reed is now in shotgun. Cole Silver is running, and
nice.
I don't know if that's going to be a violation.
Well, there's a flag.
I thought that when Cole went in motion, he kind of started going forward, but I don't think that
Nick is pointing towards the
that's big. If it's a penalty on them and that's a first down, that is big.
If anything, it would almost have to be holding on Cole, like on the route, maybe, because, they're calling holding.
There could be 2 penalties here on this play.
No, they're taking it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why would you take it? It's going to be 10 yards.
Yeah. Myers is like, yeah, I'll take that.
It's a 10-yard penalty from. That's a first down.
So Wildcats.
It's got to be a first
7,
down.
45-38, 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go.
That's big here.
That's a first down, and that's what the Wildcats needed.
Yep.
Keep this ball in our possession. Keep the clock moving as they just kind of signal it to go. So he just did that. Nick saw that, so he's going to let it go for about 30 seconds probably. So hopefully everyone stays still here.
Yeah.
They're in that shotgun. Nick doesn't take as much time as I thought he might.
There's a throw over the middle to Keegan Kula, a little high for Keegan. And
I got watching there, sorry.
Yeah.
I was on play-by-play and I started watching.
Keegan, that was a quick pass and just a little high for Keegan and couldn't bring it down. And fortunately, nobody was able to.
It was kind of dangerous because the ball also got batted up in the air
instead of down. Yeah, so nice play call, but second 10 from we're at our own 36-yard line.
Yeah, so the Wildcats we're going shotgun formation again here. You got twins right, and you got Marshall split left, and you have guy coming in motion. Nick's going to hand it off to him, and that's Cole.
Hang on
Cole
to the
with
ball.
a 7-yard run roughly, so he's going to have maybe a long 6, but we have 3rd and a long 3 or a short 4. So Wildcats still milking that clock, but hopefully you get a first down here, Carth, and you're talking
huge.
They're going to have to start eventually calling those timeouts.
This is huge. This is a really big play right here.
I think if you're the Wildcats, this is probably 2-down territory. 4-down territory. I really do, because
the game's on the line. So Nick's
you weren't favored
shotgun.
coming in, you know what I mean? So Nick's in shotgun on this one. They're going Cole Silver in motion again, and Nick's going to keep it, and he's got some room. Stay in bounds. He did. Oh, they called him out. So I think Nick tried to get back in bounds there.
He did.
Regardless, he got the first down.
Yeah, huge first down for the Wildcats.
4 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the game. Nick makes a great quarterback
That was a good
keep.
call.
Yeah.
They had Cole coming in motion again and faked that handoff like he was going to slice through there, and that just opened up that for Nick. That was a great. So 1st and 10 Wildcats. So we're on the Midland about 32-yard line there, 31-yard line, and we got just a little over 4 minutes to go in this game, and we're up 45-38.
He did stay in bounds, too, because that clock still
that wasn't a good
handoff
play.
there. So we went shotgun formation. We handed off to Isaiah going to the right side, and they just had a
snuck
lot
that
of pressure
one.
there
Yep.
in the back. So tough one for the Wildcats,
Yep.
but your clock's still moving.
Yeah, we
Second
lost
and-
about 9 or 10, almost
Second 20.
8 on that.
Yeah.
6, I guess. Yeah, about 6 or 7
6 or 7.
yards.
We're being
So-
dramatic.
Yeah, 7 yards, and so it's going to be second 17, second 16.
Reed in shotgun formation. You have Twins right. You have Marshall left again. Nobody in motion at this point. Nick's dropping back to pass, and he's got a man.
they're going to
no,
call
there's a
something.
flag. It
It's
looked
kind
like.
of in a weird spot.
So here's a
Is it
flag.
an ineligible? It can't be an ineligible receiver.
No. The Wildcats are kind of in a position here where we really could use
It's
this gun
against
them.
them. Holding,
And it
yes.
is.
Holding.
That is huge for the Cats. So
now
now
is
it's
that's not going to be an automatic first down, though, I don't think.
it's going to be a
But
10-yard
10
penalty.
This puts us
It's
back
going
to
to
the
repeat.
original. It'll be second.
Second down.
So it puts us back at probably like about the Midland 32-yard line. It should, right? That should put us back at the original line of scrimmage where we started.
Roughly,
we
yeah,
just
because
had
a
a
9-yard loss.
Yeah.
Hopefully they go the right way.
Yeah. and it should be second down.
So,
Should
so
be.
he's getting. Yep, he's getting one.
Yep. Should be second down, right? Yep, they're switching it back. Yeah. Actually, we gained a little bit on this.
15-yard penalty.
What the heck? That's all right. All right, so I'm not really sure how we got where we're at, but the Wildcats have the ball. Second down, and I don't see the line. I don't know. It seems like every week it's trying to figure out where the ball should be. So it's going to be, I thought it was second, and he has it third. It should be second, I feel like. Well, he has the wrong thing up there, so I don't know. We got, it's going to be a false start on the Wildcats. Wade Yoder jumped there. I'm not sure that they got the right down marker, but so we're having penalties galore here. There's 3:21 left. It's 38-45 Wildcats. They need to make sure that it's either second or third down. Now it's going to be, whatever it is, it's 10. It's going to be 11 yards. But I feel like it should be second down. Yeah, I think they're telling them right now. It should be second down. Yeah. Yep, it's going to be 11 yards. They're talking about it. The line judge or the chain crew over to the far side has it as a third down, but I feel like it should be second because of the penalties that we had. And I think they're going to maybe go tell him right now. I don't know what's going on. The Wildcats have the ball on the Eagle 32-yard line, and it's going to be 11 yards to go. And I think we're talking about, I don't know what they're talking about. I feel like it should be second down. Somebody needs to tell the guy over there to take it back to second, but I could be wrong. And so we've got 3:21 left. It's 38-45. Wildcats are up. We're at senior night, last home game of the season here. Nice night, good crowd here. And while we have this break, I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor. From your first checking account to your first car, first mortgage to retirement, and all the money matters in between, Next Bank people relate because they're your people. They are in your community, sitting beside you at the kids' games, working local fundraisers, and shooting the breeze at the grocery store. Start building the banking relationship of a lifetime with Next Bank, conveniently located in Central City, Waterloo, Cedar Rapids, Marion, and Coralville. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. And I don't know what they're doing here, but they just had a big powwow, and yes, we were right. It should be second down. So 2nd and 11 for the Wildcats. We had some penalties, and the gentleman running the down marker just put it up to third down and never put it back. And so hopefully we got things figured out. Again, we're at 3:21. Wildcats 2nd and 11 here. Have the ball on the Eagle about 32, maybe 33-yard line, and they're still talking out there. And now they're still talking. And they really don't think there should be any more time put on the clock, but it's second down. I'm not sure what we're talking about anymore, but the Wildcats are ready, and I think the Eagles are ready here. And it looks like we're getting ready to go, and they're going to wind the clock. And here comes the Wildcats up to the line of scrimmage, and you got twin receivers to the top, one to the bottom here. I've got Nick Reeds in the backfield here in the shotgun formation. Wildcats are trying to take as much time off the clock as they can here. There's a snap to Nick. He's rolling. He's throwing it. Oh, and it's intercepted by the Eagles. And he's on his way to return it. And Nick is going to tackle him out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. Oh, that's about the last thing that the Wildcats wanted. We had this game. It's 2:47 left. It's 38-45, and the Eagles are going to get the ball at about the 1-yard line. Maybe make that about the 2-yard line. Wow. Nick was rolling out, trying to find a receiver, and he just intercepted there. They stepped right in front of the receiver, and Wildcats are going to here line up, and it's going to be the Eagles are going to be in their power formation with Martins in the backfield with 2 other blockers, and it's going to be a snap, and he's just going to go straight forward and take it in for a touchdown. So it's going to be 2:44 here, and it's going to be 44, and here's going to be a big play. The Eagles are going to line up and go for 2, and if the Wildcats ever needed a defensive stop, this would be the time to get that stop, because it's going to be 44-45. This would put us in the driver's seat if we could stop this. So the Eagles are lined up in their power formation again, and there it goes, and he's going to be in. So they take it in, and that's going to be 46-45, but with 2:44 left. So the Wildcats are going to get the ball back here. We have all of our timeouts, and Marshall Vandevet has hit a 42-yard field goal, 40-yard, 41-yard field goal tonight. So the Wildcats don't need a touchdown, and that's going to be a luxury that that we have, that a lot of teams don't have. So it's not like we have to score a touchdown to win this game. If we can get down into Marshall's range, there's a great opportunity to get a field goal opportunity from Marshall. So there's not really, it is a little breezy, but I think the winds have died down. So we're just going to have to see what happens. Hopefully here we can get a big return. And So Wildcats are lined up. We've got Marshall back deep, and Jack Kramer and Cole Silver are up in front, and Marshall's at about the 10-yard line. The Midland kicker does not kick it very deep, and that's gonna okay, Marshall's gonna pick it up. Come on, Marshall, run up the field. Marshall finds a little hole, and good field position here for the Wildcats. They're gonna be at about their own 23-yard line, so good return by Marshall. Put his head down and got behind some blockers and got up into decent field position. So Wildcats are going to come out here, and we've got like I said, it's 2:40 left. We've got all of our timeouts, and we're going to see what happens. Just maybe give ourselves a chance again to get into that field goal range here. So Nick's going to line up in the shotgun. We got triple receivers, and not sure how that was an illegal procedure, but hit short, Marshall, and he's going to be just short, picks up, and I think they're going to call personal foul on the Eagles. There was a whole bunch of Eagles, and they were grabbing and ripping, and I'm not sure if they face masked or what, and that's going to be huge yardage there for the Wildcats. So it was complete to Marshall, and it looks like he got, face mask, personal foul, face mask, huge 15-yard penalty on the Eagles. And so that would have been a first down no matter what. And now the Wildcats have the ball at the 31-yard line of the Eagles. We have 2:30 left in this game. There's a lot of time left here. Wildcats have all their timeouts. And Nick's going to be in the shotgun again, and he's got triple receivers here to the left, bottom. And he's going to, now there's, I think Midland called a timeout right before the snap. So Midland just used their first timeout of the second half. Wildcats have all three of their timeouts. Wildcats have the ball 1st and 10 on the Eagle 31-yard line. So
the last one of the season at Montana's Family Restaurant tonight. We'd also like to thank our youth.
So the timeout by the Eagles, and the Wildcats, again, they have all their timeouts, so they can still run the ball a little bit. We've been effective with the run. Isaiah's been banged up and in and out a little bit, but we still have that option. Cole Silver's had a couple big runs. That was a nice catch by Marshall. The Eagles were taking stuff away deep, and Marshall caught about a 6-yard pass and turned it up and got about 4 or 5 more yards, and then they called the face mask, and he did a great job. He had about 6 Eagles trying to rip the ball out of his hands, so he did a great job hanging on to that ball. So we've got Nick, and they were going to go with the run. Come on, block somebody, and nice run by Isaiah, and he picks up handed off to Isaiah out of the backfield there, out of the shotgun, and Isaiah picks up nice 5-yard gain there. So he gets knocked out of bounds. So there's 2:16 on the clock. It's 45-46. Wildcats are down by 1. And Nick's in the shotgun again with Isaiah. You got receivers to the right. There's just a bad pass by Nick. It's gonna bring up 3rd down and 6. And we'll see what here. That stops the clock here with an incomplete pass. And so anyway, again, the Wildcats have the ball at about the Midland 26-yard line. And it's going to be 3rd down. And this is a big play for the Wildcats. We need a first down, so it'd be nice if we could get something here. There's just nice, easy pass. And I don't know, Isaiah kind of stopped running, and Nick thought he was going. So I don't know if this is 4-down territory, obviously. And I just don't know if this is in 26. I just don't think this is in Marshall's field goal range. So the Wildcats are going to go for it here on 4th down and 5, and this is a big play. We've got to get a first down here to get this game. And there's the pass floating up there to, is that going to be pass interference? Oh, he floated it up to, and Marshall was right there just a little high. Marshall was waiting for it to come down. He had his defender beat. If Nick would have just let him a little bit, but he was getting under pressure. So, unfortunately, the Eagles are going to take over on downs. This is going to be a tough loss here. We got 2 minutes though to go. Wildcats have 3 timeouts, and the Eagles have had a couple bad snaps, so we're going to need to see if we can just get these guys stopped here, and we're going to really have to make a play. And there's the snap to Martins, and he's breaking some tackles, and he's looking around, and he's just going to fall down there. And he's in Wildcat territory, and it's going to be a timeout, Central City, and the Eagles are going to have it 1st and 10 at the Wildcat, about their 28-yard line. So Wildcats take their first timeout. And so I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor, Next Bank. Next Bank represents a new approach to banking in Iowa, expanded services, more technology, and increased personal attention. If you want to take your banking to the next level, Next Bank is for you. Next Bank is proud to sponsor Central City Sports, member FDIC, equal housing lender. And we're in a timeout right here. Wildcats have played their hearts out tonight. Have just had some gutsy efforts there, outsized definitely Midland's line and their backs, and our D-backs and some linebackers have really been doing a great job. Just really made some plays, and unfortunately there was an interception here at the end and kind of a bad punt situation, and 2 things that the Eagles were able to take advantage of. So we've got 1:56 left here. It's 1st and 10 for the Eagles. They're in their power package, and Martin's just got it, and he's going up, and he's going to be brought down after picking up about 6 yards. And the Wildcats called timeout. So we just took our second timeout, I believe. And with 1:51 left, it's going to be 2nd down and 5, pickup of about 5 yards that time by Martin. And it's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Wildcats. So again, great night here, senior night. The Wildcats have played their hearts out, and hopefully we'll see here if something can happen. It's been a very entertaining game. Offensively, just a lot of fun plays, big plays by the Eagles. Wildcats had a fake punt, got a touchdown, and just it's been some big plays here. So let's see what the Wildcats can do. It's going to be the power package here for the Eagles. Martin's with 2 backs with him, and he just goes right up the middle, and he's going to go in for a touchdown for the Eagles. Just right up the middle, and the Wildcats just couldn't wrap him up. He's a 225-pound kid, and he's pretty strong, and he gets his momentum going. He's hard to bring down. So so it looks like they're going to go for 2 again, and they're going to go in that power package again with Martin in the backfield going for 2, and he stops and picks it up and passes it, and it's complete to Dodge, it looks like, and so that's going to be a 2-point conversion for the Eagles, and that's going to be 1:45 left. It's going to be 54-45, and the Wildcats here have one last gasp. We think we still have 1 timeout left, and we've got 1:45 left, and the Wildcats are going to get it. So we'll see if we can get a big return and maybe get a big play, and you never know, get it right back here with an onside kick, give ourselves a chance to make something happen. we've got some old college or old high school classmates listening in tonight. I am a former Midland Eagle, so this is, but it's been a while, so I've turned into a Wildcat, but I'm glad you guys could listen, and been a good game. So let's see here, the Eagles are getting ready to kick off. And we've got Marshall back for the Wildcats, along with Cole Silver and Jack Kramer, and the Eagles are going to kick, and we'll see if we can get a big return here. The kicks have not been deep. It's going to be a little squib kick. It's going to go to, looks like Isaiah Dam picks this up, and he's going to get the ball out to the, looks like the Wildcats are going to have the ball 1st and 10 on their own, where are they going to put that down at? Looks like about the 27-yard line, 28-yard line. So we'll see here what happens. The Wildcats had a great game plan here for the Eagles, and they were able to execute it defensively for about 3.5 quarters, and then just a couple big plays. There's a pass. Oh, Marshall, you got to get out of bounds, but he did get a first down, so I think the clock will stop real quick as they move the chains. He did get up close to midfield, but just a couple unfortunate plays by the Wildcats allowed the Eagles to get back into this game in the 4th quarter, but otherwise the Wildcats were definitely dominating the game. There's another quick short pass to Marshall. He doesn't get out of bounds this time, but there's timeout for the Wildcats. And so the Wildcats just used their last timeout. Marshall got about 8 yards, and so it's going to be 2nd down and like 2 to go. And there's 1:26 left. And again, as I just mentioned, the Wildcats just used their last timeout. So we'll see. Midland's got only about a couple defensive linemen, knowing that the Wildcats are probably going to have to throw the ball here. And they're getting ready here to get the play going here. We got receivers to the bottom, one receiver to the top. Nick's in shotgun. Nick's rolling out. Nick just got his feet twisted up, and Eagle came in and got the sack. Nick was just about ready to step over him, and he just kind of his feet like stuck in the grass there, and unfortunately is a loss of on the play. But there's a quick snap, and Nick's looking, and he's throwing it. Oh, and it's out of bounds. So the clock's going to stop with 1 minute to go, and it's going to be 4th down. Fourth down here now. And there's still a minute to go, so the Wildcats can pick up a first down here and keep things going. We are out of timeouts. And so Keegan's directing traffic. And now he's taking his spot. And there's the nice pass to Keegan Kula with the catch over the middle. It's going to be a Wildcat first down, and now there's some jawing going on here. I know the Wildcats are a little frustrated. The Eagles were frustrated and had a couple personal foul calls, and now the Wildcats are still fighting here. And that's a 1st and 10. There's a quick pass over the middle. Caught by Cole Silver, and he is just, oh, yeah. There's going to be a personal foul. And Cole Silver, I think they're probably going to call maybe helmet to helmet. He caught the ball, turned around, and there's an Eagle down on the play, and there's a flag, and they're calling it personal foul. And that's now the Wildcats are huddled up, but I don't know if they were aware of what's going on. They're ready to go. So the Wildcats are going to have the ball first and 10 inside of about at the 13-yard line, it looks like, after that penalty. Helmet to helmet, they called it. And so Wildcats have it first and 10. So it was a great catch by Cole, and right as he turned around, the Midland guy came and just lowered his head and hit Cole right in the face mask. So helmet to helmet. Triple receivers to the bottom of the screen. Nick's looking around. Nick throws it, and Nick's got to fire that ball. He had Marshall Vandevet wide open, and he just lobbed it instead of firing it, and it just gave the Eagle defender a chance to knock it down. Otherwise, we would have had a touchdown right there. So Nick I think he thought he had it and didn't fire it, and so good scrambling by Nick, and the receivers did a good job of trying to find an open spot. So we've got 42 seconds left, 2nd and 10, and the Wildcats need to score quick here. Oh, and there's a miscommunication there, and that was not an interception. It was an incomplete pass. Did they call that an interception? Oh my gosh, I thought that bounced right off the ground. So I guess it looked like there was some miscommunication there. Nick threw the ball, and the receiver was going one way. Nick threw the other, and I thought that bounced, but I guess the officials are saying that Midland intercepted it. So unfortunate break right there for the Wildcats. So the turnover, and with 39 seconds left, the Wildcats are just going to probably, I'm assuming Midland will just take a knee here. And, wow, tough game. Great game by the Wildcats, and just a couple unfortunate mistakes, and it allowed the Eagles to score a couple touchdowns there. And not the ending that I thought we would have here on senior night. We really controlled 3.5 quarters, and just the last 7 minutes of this fourth quarter just kind of fell into the Eagles' way, and that's going to be the last play of the game, and they're going to let the clock run down, and it's going to be a final of 54-45.
The final for tonight is Midland Eagles 54, Central City Wildcats 45. We'd like to thank you all for coming.
So
Please drive safely
the
home.
teams are congratulating each other at midfield, and just a disappointing ending to a great game. The Wildcats, as I mentioned, had a great game plan. They executed. Their offense was really effective. They were effective running and passing, and unfortunately, and defensively, we were doing a great job of controlling the Eagles, and just a couple tough plays that went against us, and it allowed the Eagles to get a couple touchdowns and kind of turn the momentum. And the Wildcats, you gotta give them credit. They came out. I don't think very many people picked them to win tonight. Like I said, Midland was coming into this game with just 2 losses, and a lot of people coming back from last year returning, versus we didn't have quite as many coming back, so tough loss here, and you got to give, I guess, the Eagles some credit for hanging in there and making some plays when they needed, and taking advantage of just some unfortunate plays by the Wildcats. So you got to give a shout out to Isaiah Dam, who ended up with 3 touchdowns tonight. Keegan Kula scored a touchdown, and Marshall Vandevet scored 2 touchdowns tonight and had a field goal, probably a school record there. We officially don't know the distance, but we're guessing 40 to 41-yard field goal, and if that's the case, then that would, I'm pretty sure, be a school record. So appreciate you guys hanging in there, and one last shout out to Next Bank. Each person and family has unique financial needs. That's why we offer a variety of personal banking and lending products. We offer everything you need for your personal financial success, from checking and savings accounts to loans and online services. Next Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. So thanks for hanging in there with us. And I should say, again, final score is 54 to 45. Midland comes back and wins in the last quarter. I want to thank you for my partner, Tanner Carlson and Tim Cronin. I'm Cindy McCarthy, and again, thanks for listening. The next Wildcat Sports broadcast is going to be Tuesday night, October 22nd, when the Wildcat volleyball team will start tournament play, and they will host Cedar Valley Christian at Central City in the first round of the tournament here. And it'll be in Central City, and the game will start at 7 p.m., and we will be broadcasting live. So make sure you listen in and cheer on the Wildcat volleyball team, hopefully to a victory, and they can go into the second round and see how far they can get into the tournament play. So, again, thanks for listening. Go Cats.